tell you when.
Hey, everybody. I am Priya Mohan, the owner of Sorry Not Sorry here in Hamilton, Ontario. And what you are seeing is me trying on a pair of pants without actually trying them on. Why am I doing that? You may wonder. Well, let me tell you. First of all, so my favorite thing to do is upcycle pure silk saris. So I find pure silk saris in India with the help of a lovely team and many, many women. And I choose the saris that I think have patterns that would work really well in our North American lifestyle. So the saris are all made of pure silk. They create clothing that is one of a kind, size inclusive, age inclusive, amazing for travel because it's so lightweight and you can wash it in a sink, in a hotel room, anywhere.
Even in the ocean.
Even in the ocean if you needed to. Mind you, salt's not great for silk. But if you're really pressed, maybe when you go camping, you can wash it in the lake. Nothing bad will happen. So what I'm going to be showing you today are some of the silks that match the kinds of pants that I'm wearing. So let me tell you about these pants.
Priya, I thought that that's how everyone wore pants.
This is not how people wear pants. These pants that I'm showing you are a style by Bryn Walker. They are an American brand. They produce extraordinarily high quality linen, and they have been friends of Canada for a very long time, this particular brand, and have treated us really well during these tariff times by absorbing a lot of the costs. They are definitely friends of Canada.
We love you, Bryn Walker.
We love you, Bryn Walker. So Bryn Walker has released their spring 2026 linen collection. And some of you have pre-ordered, and we ordered some for the store as well. But because we can only carry so many colors in the store, a lot of you used our 20% discount to pre-order linens in colors that you really, really love. So for a very short time between that shipment arriving here to us and us shipping it out to you, a few of our customers have graciously let us hold on to their linens for just an extra few days so we can show you some of the colors that we will not be carrying but that you can still order. And fun fact, today is the last day to place an order for spring linens. And if you're watching this on Instagram, you can comment linen. If you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, if you just go to our website, the very first panel right across the top says, click here to pre-order spring linens. So today is the last day to pre-order spring linen for arrival in April. And then there is one more order period that ends midway through February, and that is the last opportunity you'll have. And those will get the pants to you, or the dresses, or the tops, or whatever you choose to order. Actually, I don't think we're doing dresses. I think you can either order from two styles of pants, right? The Ella and the Casbah.
Not the Oliver?
No, we didn't include the Oliver. Oliver we're going to do in the fall.
Fall, okay.
Right, yeah. The Ella and the Casbah, the Huxley tank and the Fran. The Huxley tank and the Fran top. So you can order any of those four styles in any of the spring colors today, if you would like them by mid-April, and within the next month, if you would like them by mid-May. Which gets us back to why I'm not actually wearing these pants. So these are a size small. They are extremely stretchy and they're generously cut. So I would say that when you are ordering, you can generally go 1 to 2 sizes down from what you normally wear. So generally in pants, I am an extra large because I'm wide through here. I'm round through here, and then I'm also round through here.
More to love.
More to love, guys. So I need something that's got enough room up here. And so I generally wear an extra large, and even sometimes an extra large isn't big enough, depending on the brand. But the first thing I'll try on is an extra large. I find in Bryn Walker Casbah pants, I would go down one size to a large, but that's because I like it really baggy. I can also comfortably fit a medium, and today I'll be showing you a couple of the mediums and I'll try them on, and you'll see that a medium also works. I just hate getting disappointed by outgrowing my clothes, so I would much rather wear them a little bit baggier and then have to take them in than buy them smaller and then have to give them up. Because I guess I get a little too attached to my clothing, which was how this whole brand began.
Oh my God, Priya.
Because I feel like the clothing I choose is clothing that defines me. And if I have to get rid of it before I'm ready to get rid of it, then it's almost like somebody else is choosing the definition of me.
It's a betrayal.
It is a betrayal.
How dare you choose to leave me before I decide?
That's right. How dare you break up with me first? But also, it is the definition of who I am, right? Like what I choose to wear, it's an extension of me. It's what takes me out into the world and gives me confidence. So I want those pieces to be a part of the confidence that I present in the world, and I don't want to outgrow them. So that's part of the reason I created this brand, is I wanted to have clothing that had such an incredible drape to it that you could get something that was one size and it would still fit you. And that is evidenced by the fact that we have customers who wear the same style, like for example, this side slit top, customers who are size 2 all the way up to a size 18.
I think for the side slit, it's an 18.
It's 18, and it fits everyone and looks great on everyone, and uses the drape of the silk. So today, I am showing you some of the pants so you can see the linen colors. And then I'm going to try them on with pieces that match, because I know many of you, like me, are a fan of Matchy-Matchy. And like I wrote, if those of you had a chance to read my newsletter today, because I've decided I'm actually going to start writing stuff. Now that Shefali's back, I have a bit more time on my hands. So in today's newsletter that talks about today's live, I also talked about this whole idea that I'm not an artistic person. I fully appreciate artistry. But if somebody said, here's a whole bunch of colors, put together the ones that are going to look the greatest together, I probably wouldn't succeed. But I do know what I like. And so what I talk about a little bit, and I'm going to talk about it a bit today too, is that when you get these silks that have all of these incredible colors in them, just like a gorgeous painting, you can pick elements that are already in here and incorporate those into your wardrobe. And you will look very polished, very put together, and very artistic, almost like you understand color theory, even if you don't. So what we did is we pulled pants where we could, and other pieces where we couldn't pull pants, so that we could show you some matches. One of the things Shefali wanted me to share with you is this, when we put it on in the lighting here, which is quite yellow, ends up having a bit of a green or eucalyptus cast. When we looked at it in regular light, it actually matched perfectly. And that's something we say about these silks all the time. When you ask us, is it blue or is it green? And we say yes. It all depends on what lighting is in the room with it and what colors are next to it.
Yeah, we're just not trying to confuse you guys.
Yeah, we're
customer service. We're just trying to be honest.
We're being honest. That confusion you're feeling, that means you got it. That means you get it. You're right. So I am going to try on these pants, but because I don't want to stretch them out, these are size small, I'm just going to tuck them in my waistband. And it's almost like Shefali said, like I'm going to be a paper doll. And these are going to be my linen paper doll pants so that I can show you the match. Has anyone been able to join us tonight?
Absolutely no one, Priya. Well, we have a few comments, quite a few comments. So Jane says, happy Friday. Sabina says, happy Silky Friday. Jacqueline Webster says, hello, it's Friday. Yay. Margot says, hello, Silky friends. Hey, Margot.
Oh, that's the wrong way. Okay, keep going up.
Judy says, Demoiselle and Koi are just amazing.
They're amazing.
And Heather says, I love round. Me too. And Jane,
that's round. She means this.
No, I know.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, I was going to say the round wheel does work better than the square wheel.
It's true.
So,
it's true.
And Jane says, I got Tarocco, Koi, and Verbena. I love those colors. And Jane said, and therefore we are an extension of you. Love the style. And Heather said, I'm late. Are those Zinc?
These are Zinc. Oh my gosh, did I forget to mention that? So the color that I'm wearing right now is a color that we did not get for the store, but now that I'm looking at it really closely, it's a great color. So the name of the color is Zinc. And just like the swatch that we had, it is actually identical to the swatch. It is a dark gray, the color of zinc, like an iodized zinc. So it has a little bit more black in it, not a shiny zinc like aluminum foil. And it is neither warm nor cool, but it does have a bit of a taupey cast to it. Mm-hmm. So it is mostly gray with a slightly taupey cast. It is a metallic, a not shiny, honed zinc color. But you can see there, like it's not blue at all. It's not green at all. It has the very slightest bit of yellow in it, but not enough that you would say that it's a warm tone. It is a true neutral. So there it is there. Oh, I've got to move over. Yep, that way, this way. There. So there you go. That's what it looks like. And this is a self-pocket dress here. And like I said, the color is this actually a little bit more of a teal, but in certain lights, it looks exact. And I think, especially if what you're wearing is a Georgette silk, which is slightly sheer, the color underneath is going to show up on top, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So let's try something else.
Andrea says, happy Friday. Debbie says, good evening, ladies. Happy Friday. Heather says, thinking a great color for a Fran top. That or owl. Owl. Put in the owl emoji.
Oh, okay.
So I had to.
So I can actually show you. No, I didn't grab an owl. Give me 1 second. This is what owl looks like next to it. If you were wondering, that's owl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So this is the difference between owl and zinc. So owl does have a slightly pink undertone, but it is definitely a beige. It's like it is an owl color. It's a muted beige, little bit of pink underneath there, and different from Nebbia. So a lot of people have been asking what the difference is between Nebbia and zinc and owl. So I'm just going to quickly show you. This, we don't have any pants in it, but this here is Nebbia. And it really is
a lot whiter.
Yeah, it's a lot brighter. It's a pale gray with, I think the description that we have online is actually really accurate. It's like a stone on the beach that's been smoothed out.
Yes.
Like it really does look exactly like that. So it does have a bit of warmth to it. It's not icy at all.
No.
But it is still neutral. And then you can really see the color differentiation there. So again, this is owl. Whoops. This is
Nebbia.
Backwards. It's backwards for me.
Oh, right.
This is Nebbia. This is owl. And this is zinc.
Judy says, I got zinc Huxley because Hugh knew that a gray tank would be hard to find.
Yeah, they are hard to find. Gray shoes are hard to find too.
And Debbie says, got my owl yesterday and I absolutely love it. Yeah,
they're great. They're a really good color. If you don't have a good neutral beige yet and you're a starter in the Casba pant world, it's a good place to start. So this here, who was it oh shoot, I think it was Lisa who posted something on the Swap and Sell, and she shared how she had updated her one shoulder dress so that she could wear it layered for winter. And I will tell you what she did, but I don't know that I can replicate it with what I've got going on here. This is the side that matches better. You can see that there's a lot of zinc through here. These are warmer camel tones. At the bottom we have, this is more blue. So we have a lot of colors in here. This is a fire, like a brick red. And then we have black and some chartreuse. We have a lot of colors in here.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see how well it works with the zinc right there. You can also really tell the difference that this bottom part is blue and that this is gray. So was there a pair of, so this here is Starlight. It's the navy color, and I would say it is a true navy. And just so you can see the difference, that's how this would look with navy. It really picks up the navy at the bottom. And then this is how it looks with zinc.
So it picks up more of the center.
It picks up more of the center.
And Margot says, so beautiful, amazing one shoulder. I know. It's so pretty.
No, it is a beauty. And it's a Monday, Tuesday situation here. So if you really wanted to highlight the gray, you could put that side to the front. And if you wanted to highlight the warmer earthy tones, you could put this side to the front, which is also super cute. So I'm just going to explain that styling hack. So what Lisa did was she was wearing either a turtleneck or a long sleeve top. It was hard to tell from the picture. And then she said she had like a fitted turtleneck dress. So it was like fitted up here. It had long sleeves. And then on top of it, she put her one shoulder dress and then she belted it here. And then over top of that, she put a long, like large drapey cardigan.
Cute.
And it looked so sweet, especially with that belt taking center stage. So that's a great way to take this top, this dress, and turn it into a tunic for wear in the winter, which you could totally do with these colors, right? They're like, you could easily wear those into fall if you really focused on these brighter colors. here,
browns,
the browns. Then you could wear it in the spring.
A lot of mid-tone browns. You could do some white in the spring and summer, and like just wear it as a dress for, especially like if you're going to travel or if you're going to go out or anything, and you don't mind showing off your knees. Priya, I just love this outfit with your knees. I was going to say
my knees, and I have 4 legs happening right now. I'm like Shefali with that extra mannequin.
Yeah.
But I tend to wear my one shoulder dresses, unless it's a really fancy evening. I wear my one shoulder dresses with my Casva pants. And then I sometimes do just a little tuck.
Oh my gosh, guys, I didn't see your comments on Facebook and YouTube because it didn't give me notifications. So I'm going to read that now. Oh yeah, read. Margaret says, happy Friday. Scarecrow says, hi. Hi, Scarecrow. Love a Scarecrow. Rhonda says, happy Friday, ladies.
Hey, Rhonda.
Heather says, I am here. Hi there.
Hi.
And Rhonda says, hi. And then Heather says, hi, Rhonda. And then Marilyn says, hi, ladies. And Rhonda says, howdy. And Heather says, hey, howdy, hi. And Heather says, hi, Marilyn. Marilyn, LOL.
So Rhonda has scheduled a virtual shopping with us, which you guys are all encouraged to do. If you have an hour to kill and you're like, you know what I'd like to do is hang out with those sorry, not sorry ladies, just do it. We spend an hour with customers all the time. It's not usually virtual. But what's the difference? We get to enjoy each other's company. We get to show you around, maybe show you some things that are on your wish list. We can answer questions about, does this actually match this? We can try things on for you. And we are so happy to do it. Like, you have no idea. Thrilled. So yeah, feel free to do that. There's a link if you go into our website where it says, where does it say schedule a virtual thing? Probably in About
Us, like our second menu tab. There was also a pop-up.
There is a pop-up that I'm sure all of us have just X'd out before anybody even read it.
So just keep clicking pages on the website, guys.
So this is a perfect match. What I'm wearing here is a baby doll dress in a deep red. There's also kind of I think that's a lace wing green. Let's see. Am I right?
I think it is. Yeah.
So this is one of the spring colors. This one is lace wing, and I don't have a sample for you, but you can see that it's very, very close. There. Can they see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this is really soft. This one is a crepe silk. So if you are on vacation, you could just wear this by itself. It's very breezy. A lot of our ladies will just wear a slip or even just shorts and a camisole underneath. Mm-hmm. And then this just kind of floats over top. So it's as close as you can get to wearing nothing out in public.
It's Priya's menopause staple.
Yeah. So honestly, menopause has been really doing me dirty. I thought I was kind of done. I guess we're in a new level. What is that? How don't they have that in games?
Like Pokemon?
Yeah, like when you
achieved
a new level of my menopause journey. Okay, so this one here is also beautiful. The background color is kind of like a raspberry. So it's not a true red, but it does have wine undertones, but definitely a bit of pink in there. This one is a waterfall top, which means one side is usually different. So this is the side that has that panel on it. This side here has the same both sides. It's really nice if you're going to wear it underneath. I find underneath some other piece if you wear it this way. And if you're going to be wearing it alone and you want it to be its own showstopper, I find this way works really well. This again is an extraordinarily soft silk. Which way would you like to see it, Shefali? This way?
Other way.
Okay, let's try it.
Just because I kind of like how it falls like this, and I know you like a boat neck.
I do like a boat neck. So this looks amazing. Let's pretend that my legs are in there. There.
Oh my God, Priya, you smell so well.
I do. I really do. So there you go. That's how it looks. I know a number of you were asking about our Zisco order, and I am happy to say that beads and necklaces are en route. We should, yes,
finally.
So we should be able to reveal what's coming on the website by Monday or Tuesday, and we should have it by Friday. So when it's about 3 days before arriving, that's usually when we reveal it.
Mm-hmm. Couple comments. So hey, Allison Kehoe sends a bunch of hearts.
Oh, hey, Allison.
It's a very nice one shoulder. Margot says it's in the pop-up, and Heather says and asks, and maybe this is a question that we can all hear the answer for, is a consult better than peppering you with Instagram try-on requests?
We're happy to do both. So whatever is more convenient for you. Yeah, it makes no difference to us. I guess a benefit of scheduling it is then we make sure that we have enough staff so that there's someone who can dedicate time to spend with you and literally will take you wandering around the store as if you were here and are happy to do it. And then you might discover something that you didn't even know we had or understand, how it worked. Sending videos is also really easy. The benefit of that for us is that we can kind of get to it when we get to it. So both are a win for everybody.
I think that it really depends on what you're looking to get out of that shopping communication with us, because if you're just looking to kind of casually shop around, I think that a consult is better, because then at least we can kind of play around with what we can find for you on the go and on the fly. Whereas if you already know, and like say you're like a pretty serious sorry not sorry shopper, you kind of already know what you're looking for, or you kind of are like, I just need these quick requests done and then I'm good to go.
Yeah, that's true. Because I think Sandy sent us a message today. She just wanted to see and actually Heather sent us one today too, I think, saying, can you just try this on and do a quick little once around? Because sometimes you're not really sure. You can see it in the picture, but you can't imagine where the different parts would fall on a body. And we're happy to do that too. So if you just have one request and you want the answer really quickly, shoot us a message. We'll do it for you. If you have a couple lined up, meet with us. Or if you're bored. Bored is also
bored, lonely.
Yeah.
Come hang out with us.
Come hang out with us.
And Varden Place says, and I think we should show this when we have a chance to, like with certain pieces. Just make sure that if we could show a long caftan with a long kimono over top, like a midi caftan with a duster.
Yes.
Which actually is something we have shown before.
Yeah.
And love.
They look really good together.
Margot even says, I wear these together all the time. Sabina says, Instagram has a feature now. You can try on clothing at retail stores online.
I've seen that actually. And it is AI generated. Let me know how you feel, like if you feel like if it works for you. Because I've done stuff like that where I've taken an image off of our website just to see how it works and said, put this on me. Mind you, AI is growing so quickly. I probably tried that 6 months ago. By now, it could probably build me a car if I asked it to.
I think that the difference is sizing, because you can get a grasp of how the style looks on you, but I think it also, I don't know.
If it's sizing, I think it's drape.
It's drape. For example, there is a software that's existed for some time called Clothes 3. It's a design software for fashion designers. And basically in this 3D world, you can create an avatar with whatever size or shape, and then you can drape a piece after you cut the fabric on top of them to get a feel of how it looks. But not every silk drapes the same, and it's just very hard to discern that with AI.
Yeah, because I did, as much as everybody on the team here gasped and said, Priya, never do that again. I tried to see if we could create virtual models, AI models in different sizes, and then try our clothing virtually on those different sized models, so that we can include images of our products where the same piece was shown on a size 2, a size 12, a size 18. So you could really get a sense of the drape. And I didn't feel like it was accurate. I felt like the lengths didn't land where they were supposed to. It showed you the color, but it didn't show you the actual drape. I think you're right, though. The technology is headed that way. And once it becomes a little bit more common, everybody will be using it. And I think it's probably more important for brands that have fitted styles, because you don't know if it's going to fit you. But for us, we just remove that from the equation. It's going to fit. It's
that's the only part that is true.
Yeah,
it is going to fit.
It's going to fit. So this, I just wanted to show you the difference between the same piece with Owl here, here, and with Zinc here. They both look great. And I bet I could also put blue with this and it would be beautiful too.
Oh, definitely. And Marilyn had said, for that other pink waterfall with the gray, love that waterfall. How could I have missed it?
It's beautiful.
I think that there's an excess of choice, and that's something we were talking about, Priya and I. And it can be hard when you come in store and there's just so many things. You're a bit overwhelmed. So it's nice to kind of
Stargaze.
Yeah, Stargaze. And so it's nice to kind of have that curation. And I did try to curate pieces that not only that I thought haven't had the limelight in some time, but pieces that I thought were very interesting and fun. So
yeah. So do let us know Sabina, if you try that app that lets you try on the clothes, and see if you feel like it's doing a good job. Like if you feel confident.
Jane says, haha, sorry to say I still have hot flashes.
Man. Hey guys, at the risk of oversharing. So then I got the worst yeast infection. I'm so sorry. I'm oversharing. But I am confident that it has to do with those hot flashes. Like I was hot, then cold, then hot, then cold, over and over again, like waking up at night. And yeah, no wonder. I'm like, my body is the perfect environment for creating that now. And it makes sense, right? I mean, even when I was younger and I used to have hormonal fluctuations as a kid. But yeah, same problem. And then my husband's like, what did you do to get that? I'm like, I was a woman.
What do you mean, what do you do?
Like he was like, if you catch a cold, well, maybe you should, try washing your hands more often or whatever. I'm like, no, I'm like, this is just part of being a woman. And he's like, well, could it have been that time you went out and you you were wearing your leggings,
ice cream.
You ate ice cream, but then you had some hot chocolate. I'm like, you don't get it. And they don't. They really don't. They have no clue. Yeah. I know he was genuinely trying to be helpful. Like if I had said I had a stomach ache, he would have been, what did you have for lunch yesterday? Like it was that sort of concern. But I'm like, dude, you have no idea.
But like, it's about gauging. I know the solution. I just want support for my problems.
I think it's just that he didn't even realize that it's unavoidable.
Yeah, like it's completely out of your control.
It's completely out of my control. Yeah. And I'm wondering, don't guys have things like that?
No, almost never. The biggest thing is like cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. Because they can't control that. Yeah. It can sometimes just happen.
Yeah.
Right? But men don't really experience
like physical,
that kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
They never have their body attacking them. It's very rare, like unless you have like some autoimmune disease.
Yeah, they don't like. It was really naive of him. You've been married.
There was this couple I saw online and they're like in their 60s. And the husband actually took the time to read books about women and the journey that they go through, like physically and like understanding a woman's growth. And he said it actually changed so much of what he had initially thought about his wife. Like he said, like every man needs to do this.
Well, and that goes back to what that podcast and not podcast, the Instagram reels that I've been following for the We Do Not Care Club, because she really just puts it out there that, this is what's going on with me. Brain fog, it's a thing. But yeah, and when I was growing up, there were zero allowances made for the fact that you could be going through a cycle and be, crampy one day or a little foggy one day or extremely productive or very insightful, like as you moved through your cycle.
You know what's funny is today I literally had this exact conversation with someone she said this very interesting point. She said, we literally go through as women 20 cycles in one day.
Yeah.
Like from the morning to the middle of the day till night. And men don't even go through one in 5 months.
Yep.
So
and they just don't have a clue. That's the other part.
Yeah. Especially if they don't have women in their life other than like their mothers. Like, do you know what I mean? Like they don't have siblings
my husband, guys. Friends, I have already shared this with you, but for those of you who are new to this story, my mother-in-law was the only woman in a house of 4 men, 3 sons and a husband, and they had 1 bathroom at one point. And when she had her period, she would take her sanitary napkins, wrap them up, smuggle them down into the downstairs like kitchen garbage, wrap them all up in stuff, and then make them disappear so that nobody would ever know that her body was functioning as it should. And I brought it up to her once. I'm like, they know. Like everybody knows. Your husband knows. Your sons have girlfriends. They know. And when I would say, oh yeah, I've got my period, and I'd say it out loud, she'd be like, like I do to you when you swear it. Yes, that same level of crazy.
So today I was playing a song in the store when Priya came in. And she was like, oh my God, like this music, it's like the 80s clubs music that I used to listen to.
Yeah.
And I was telling her that Electric Clash, which is really inspired by the 80s, is coming back. And then I was like, oh yeah, this is a fun song too, Priya. It's called Leather Forever. And all she said is, Leather Forever. Like, it was in her brain.
Well, and the other thing about it, so we have this conversation. I'm listening to this house music, and I'm thinking, can't we just listen to yoga music? But no, Shefali was working. That's fine. We can listen to music.
It's Mira's music all the time. And it's like way more profane than what I listen
It's
to.
that it amps you up, and I'm like, I don't need amping up right now. I need some calm. I need some real calm. So, anyways, so I'm like, this sounds like the stuff I used to listen to in clubs, like when in my late teens and early 20s. And she said, yeah. And then she says, it's 2016 all over again. So now I'm doing the math in my head, and I'm like, she doesn't know what she's talking about if she thinks it was 2016 when I was in the clubs. And then, so I'm like, so yeah, you said 2016, right? She goes, yeah. And I go, you know, that was just 10 years ago, right? And she's like, yeah. So don't I finally understand? This is its third iteration. The first was in the 80s. The second was 2016. And now we're doing it again. So I've been around for 3
iterations
of this exact same music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, like, who'd have thunk that when she said 2016, it wasn't a mistake? This is really fun together.
Yeah. I really like this piece, and it's wabi sabi. And you know what's funny is I was gonna pair it with Galah, and then I realized it was too purple. But it does work.
It does work. You know, Galah is just fun. If you're wearing Galah, you've already said, I'm a fun person. I'm a fun person.
I like my life.
I am. Oh, there. I got the color right there. So yeah, there's definitely no Galah in this top. But does it work? Yes, I think so.
So Margaret says if you take HRT, it can cause reoccurring yeast infections.
Oh, I do take HRT. Ever since I found out that my bones were disintegrating. Remember when I coughed and had COVID and broke my back in 2 places, like literally? So then they put me on HRT. So that's good to know. It's great. It's great.
Yay!
Yay, it's being a woman.
Woo! And Heather says, I love We Do Not Care Club.
I love her too. She came out with a book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, of all the things. And she doesn't come up with all this stuff herself. All the women come, like, write it and send it to her. And they are so good.
So Jackie asks, is the new shop a go?
Yeah, it is. Guys, it's a go. It's a go. I did a post. I wasn't supposed to because Shefali's actually supposed to do the excited because I had to make a sign for our front window. And then I had it sitting in my phone and I screw it. I'm posting it. So yes, it's a go. We have not signed the final lease, but it's our turn to sign, which means all of her conditions have been met. We had asked for a couple of lease changes that we're hoping we'll get, and they were really reasonable. So I'm sure she's going to say yes to them because it was a standard lease and we just kind of tweaked it so that it had a bit more clarity.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no reason she's not going to say yes. But yes, it is our turn now to sign back. So she's got, like, it's ours. It's ours. It's ours, guys. So we're going to be planning the move very soon. I love these together. Like, I literally can't even. And I will start showing you some videos of the space as we build it up, because that was the other thing, Shefali. I was wondering if for the We Are Moving, if you could incorporate some of the videos we took, just so they can get a sense of the space. Like even that one where I'm walking them around saying, hey, and then this is going to be the staff room. You don't want to?
Let's wait until we've fixed a few things.
She's not letting me share my excitement, guys.
I know.
And that's why I pay her the big bucks.
Yes. And Heather says, no, a book? OMG, I need it to go with all the other books I do not read.
We are actually going to have a coffee table for coffee table books in the new store.
Yeah, and then we should get that book.
We should definitely get that book.
And then maybe we'll have a mini library eventually for other books that we do not care to read, but we will have to show our enthusiasm for reading.
Wouldn't it be great if we had a little swap and sell book section?
Yeah.
That'd be too much fun. So this looks great with both Zinc and Owl. There you go.
Different vibes for sure. I feel like the Owl brightens it, whereas it's so tonal.
Yeah, I love it with Zinc. And really soft. This is another buttery soft.
Rhonda says, yay, congrats on the new store.
Thank you.
Thank you. Heather says, congratulations. And Marilyn says, so happy for you. I know the new store will be magnificent.
It's going to be, it's exciting. It is really exciting. And yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Judy says maxi or midi caftan with duster, and I think midi caftan. And yes. Margot said, or just hang out at the store for, when we want to call, if we live too far away, with the lovely staff. Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
And Lorena said, I'm wondering the same thing. So disconnected with sorry, not sorry, because I haven't purchased since T and a bunch of apostrophes because we do not say his name. But now I can work it out. And Heather says, I feel like AI try-on would be in the same vein of one size fits most, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Sabina says, I haven't tried the AI app. A guest on the social was discussing the technology. And Varden Place says they experience things, depression, heart disease, night sweats, muscle atrophy, and ED. That's true.
That is true.
They do experience
those things for sure.
I just think that the biggest problem is that a lot of men from certain generations, if they haven't gone through similar things, they lack the empathy and understanding.
Well, this brings me back to the story about my mother-in-law. So in that generation, my husband, while he did know some things, certainly never knew those things from, speaking out loud about them in his home. And I remember it was just me and my sister. And if we ever needed sanitary napkins, my mom would get them for us. And then I had a friend named Melanie, and she was an only child. And I was at her house one day, I was in grade 6 maybe. And her dad said, oh, do you need some pads? I'm heading to the store. And Melanie was like, yeah, I do. And he's like, great. What size? And I remember thinking,
aghast.
I was aghast. And then I'm thinking, yeah, it's her parent. Why wouldn't he get her what she needed when he goes shopping?
I think also culturally, the backgrounds we come from, things were a lot more private.
Yeah. Yeah. And periods are considered dirty
for going to temples and stuff. Yeah. And Heather asked, what was the code for that vest?
Yeah. The really beautiful soft one. This one.
And it's wabi sabi.
Yeah, it's so beautiful and soft, guys. It's one of the softest pieces. It's PRC 7455.
Got it.
Okay, so this is another waterfall top, and the gray is right up here. And this color in here is actually Tarocco. So if you are somebody who is... Oh, did I also not grab Tarocco? Interesting.
So a couple more comments. Jane said, yeah. Heather sends an emoji. Jackie says, great news. Margot says, woohoo. Debbie says, congratulations. Judy says, woot, wish I was there to help move. And Margot says, I hope they too have creaky floors.
That's too. I hope so too.
Jackie says, Indian fabric pattern books would be so great.
Yes, I have a bunch of them actually, and I will be bringing all of my fabric books. Ooh. And I have the history of fashion, the history of fabric. I have some really great books.
She has some really nice tabs.
Some really good books.
Ones. And Heather says lack of funding for women's health.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I think they just started doing more studies on endometriosis recently because there is more research into the effects of endometriosis on men.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's funny that you should say that because what I was about to say is that I come from a very big family. And so I may have mentioned to you before when we were in Halifax and we went to Peggy's Cove and we were talking about how Peggy's Cove had been redesigned. And I said, hey guys, that's my second cousin who did it, Omar. Well, he has a sister, Anusha. And Anusha she has endometriosis and IBS and a number of other problems going on in here. And she had such a hard time finding medical help because doctors just didn't know how to deal with specifically women's problems. And so she created a clinic.
Like a women's clinic?
A women's clinic that was just all of the practitioners who were in there specialized in women's problems and consulted with each other so that they could really solve what some of these issues were.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is, I want to say that the background is koi, but there's different shades of peach in there as well. And then there's gray and cream.
I thought this would be so nice. It's very soft with this zinc color.
Mm-hmm.
A couple more comments. Heather says lack of funding for women's health, definitely. Sabina says finally the medical world is starting to learn about menopause. Only 1 hour is spent on menopause when studying to become a family doctor. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And Jackie says fabulous. I'll come for the books too.
Oh, good.
Lorena said, lack of interest in women and wellness. It's all in the head. I mean, it's just hysteria, Priya. Sorry. No, you're just hysterical.
I made the mistake of saying that to one of my daughters once. I said it to Henna. Oh, this would go with Galah, doesn't it?
It does at the bottom, but I think it's slightly too orange. It's not an exact match, but it does work. I just thought like that fabric goes really well with, like, I kind of like the idea of just having this border in between the two.
Shefali, I don't see Foxglove.
There wasn't any Foxglove. I didn't see Foxglove either.
We were supposed to have a Foxglove.
I didn't see Foxglove.
Excuse me, everybody. You might have to come up here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys.
There was definitely a Foxglove.
I didn't see it in the pieces that were put together.
I wonder if Foxglove had to leave.
Hey, I think it did have to leave. I just got this dress from Vintage Soul Geek. It is Jean-Paul Gaultier. Very fun. But also this doesn't go here. This goes here. This is a really nice long tunic with side ties. And it is a Georgette silk. So you have this really nice floral border at the bottom with the striping. And if you pair it with what Priya's wearing, you really get to see the border as like the center stage here.
Yeah. And actually, I don't have Foxglove. I guess Foxglove had to go to its forever home. But this would look great with Foxglove as well. So when I pulled all of these, you were probably like, what color was Priya thinking of?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I didn't like, I obviously like took the ones that also had a sign that said Friday Night Live.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So actually now this looks more gray.
Yeah.
I thought it might be more purple.
Thank you, Rhonda. Rhonda said, fantastic dress and tights. Thank you.
So yeah, I had like, even this I had thought of with Foxglove. Nope. So this definitely looks more gray until you put Foxglove. Like it looks purple until you add Foxglove.
Oh, really? Sabina said, I learned that there's only one day that we are in menopause. It's the day that we stopped having our periods. And after that day, we are postmenopausal. So you're not actually in menopause. You're postmenopausal.
Or pre-menopausal.
Perimenopausal?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Because pre is
before. So perimenopausal.
You're perimenopausal. Yeah.
So menopause is one day.
It's the literal
day
of no period.
Yeah. But you don't know if you really have been through menopause because sometimes things just get delayed.
Yeah, but at least there's a day.
True.
You have a day to figure it out, Priya.
So that show on CBC Gem called Attainable Goals, Small Attainable Goals, it got renewed. That was the one that talks so much about women's issues. It's funny, but it is fearless in how it has a look at some of the issues that women go through. Very much like Heated Rivalry is a Canadian show that tackles some really interesting and important issues.
Oh, it's so funny. Have you seen those memes of, so at the end credits, they talk about how it's funded, like most CBC shows or Canadian shows by the government, with the Canadian Media Fund. So they have that at the very end, partially paid for by the government of Canada. And all these people are saying, thank you so much to the government of Canada for supporting my gay smut. I really appreciate it.
Well, Nisha watched it and she's like, yeah, guys, you need to watch it. But you're going to want to close your blinds when you're watching the first 2 episodes because people outside are definitely going to think you're watching gay porn. And then she
don't say that word online.
Oh, right. Yeah. And then she said it just gets sweeter and sweeter so that by the end, it almost feels like you're watching Ted Lasso. But she goes, you really need to get to the last 2 episodes. And so then Goat says, oh, it's great. You guys are all coming down for my birthday. We can watch it. No. Hard pass, no. So this is another one that I thought was going to go with this. Does it? Doesn't it? What do you think, Shefali?
Good, yeah, for sure. I too was confused when you pulled that. And I said,
what was I thinking? Yeah, I was definitely thinking Foxglove. Even Alex had told me there was a Foxglove. So, and we had it last week.
Yeah, we did.
Because this one I was thinking of to go with grays. How has this one not sold, guys? This is just a watercolor beauty. So it is a self-pocket dress, and the silk is really, really soft. There is no green in this blue. It is a true blue. It also has a little bit of lavender, some gray, some greeny tones in here that are grade green. And that's it. And that's how it looks there with zinc.
Beautiful. Oh my God, I love that pop of skin in the bottom.
Yeah.
Looks so good with the gray.
I think if you are looking for a basic pair of pants, like you're not ready to go into the Galah of it all, they've got some really good neutrals right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Zinc is a great neutral. Nebbia is a pale neutral. Owl is kind of like a beigey neutral. So there's some really good colors there that you could probably wear with almost everything. And then there's also black.
Mm-hmm. Heather says, did anyone order Hoya pink?
Which one?
Hoya.
No, I haven't seen a Hoya yet. I haven't checked the order sheets, though. I think Alex told me nobody had ordered Hoya.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Corey said, you have to be period free for a year to be considered in menopause.
Oh, okay. Good to know. So this one is actually purple as well, which is why I pulled it. I'm going to say yes. Yes. I don't know if you guys can see how well that matches, but it's great. So if you are somebody who got Foxglove, like me, because I did order it after I saw it, that works beautifully with Foxglove. And this one I pulled for Foxglove as well. You must have been very confused.
Yep. I was like, I guess goes with Zinc.
So this one as well looks great with Foxglove. It's hard to tell, but she does. And then this would also probably look good. Nebbia?
Yeah, I thought it looked nice with Nebbia.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Heather. Thanks, Marilyn. And Sabina says perimenopause is before menopause. Corey said women are often perimenopausal for years. Jane said there are female doctors that only deal with menopause in Hamilton, by the way.
Oh, that's great.
And Lorena said Corey as soon as mid-30s. And Lorena said each is so different, not a one treatment fits all situation as well.
Yeah.
Heather says I had a surprise baby at 44, keeping me young.
Oh, wow.
And Jackie says amazing how grays and cardboard browns are beautiful in these silks.
Yeah.
They're more multifaceted, even though they're like, I think if they were just one solid material or texture, for example, like when it comes to polyester, it's just very hard to get depth in a polyester fabric, especially modern polyester, maybe back in the day when polyester was still better quality.
Still young.
We're still young and fresh.
So I don't actually see the gray in this. It very much reads as a sand or a taupe.
On the side, the sleeve.
Right. Yes, she's right. It's right there.
Funny is with these lights, it looks different from when I started organizing them.
But it is the right color.
Yeah.
But then this I thought might go well with one of these other beiges. So that is Nebbia. But I feel like this is a little bit more tan and this is more neutral. And then I thought maybe Owl.
I thought I had put that one with Nebbia.
Nope. You had it with gray.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And then even here it starts to look a little more green. But it's still really close.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you did. Do you think I pulled it from the wrong spot?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is another one that I thought would work with Galah. You didn't think so? Like I thought from there.
I thought it was too orange. Like I think it works, but it's a bit too, like I think if you're looking for bang on matches,
it's not.
No. I tried to pick stuff that was bang on. Like you were like, yeah, this works. Or yeah, this is like a pink look. I'm giving pink. But I don't think it looks bad. Like, I actually think it's really fun.
I think that's really cute, too.
And I think that it's a really sweet example of, like, pops of color, right? So
yeah, and that whole thing I was telling you about how sometimes if you're not sure what color works, you can pull a color from in here. Or you just kind of try it and you see.
Yeah.
Right.
And then imagine that with blue shoes, like a cobalt blue shoe.
Yeah. Be gorgeous. Or even a burgundy shoe.
Yeah. I would do cobalt blue because contrasting it too many warm tones, too many pinks.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah. Cobalt blue would be beautiful.
But wear the shoes you have, guys. There's no need to buy more.
Okay, so this one as well. Now, this is the gray here. And there are elements. It's a multi-tonal gray, and some of the grays are the same, but not all of them. This is a wabi-sabi piece. It also has some lovely teals and icy colors through here, and then some blacks and some browns.
Michelle has joined. She said, better late than never. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. So maybe this is peppercorn. No.
So how did it feel writing your blog post today, Priya?
I actually really enjoyed it because I find that I make observations throughout the day and I just think them and then I just don't do anything with them. So now when I'm thinking something, I'm like, I'll jot this down and I'll write something about it. So
if there's like a name that we could call it, because there's
I do. I'm calling it threads, gathering threads, I think, or something.
Oh, I thought you were going to say pondering with Priya.
No, I think I called it gathering threads. Now I can't remember. At the time, I thought it was very clever. And I thought it myself. I didn't even ChatGPT it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah, I think I did. I called it gathering threads. The whole idea of like taking a bunch of disparate things and kind of bringing them together into something.
Is like the segment is what it's called. Yeah.
That's what I'm calling it, gathering threads. So that's it for this color. I'll put these guys back. And then I think we are going to try... I'm going to put on the Stargaze next, which is the navy blue. And like I said, I wear an extra large, but I comfortably fit a medium. So when I was telling you guys this before, when you get your Casbah pants, you may look at this waistband and say, that will never fit me. And I think that's just the way the linen has kind of ruched. But then as soon as you go like that, you see there's more than enough room in there. You know what? I don't really know if I should try on these pants though. Like I feel like it's, you know that thing you can do around your neck? Yeah, they do fit. Have you heard about that?
Yeah. Mira does that all the time.
Mira does it all the time. So yeah, if you touch the waistband and if it fits around your neck, then it'll fit around your waist. But even then, I don't want to stretch out anyone's pants. So I am just going to tuck these in again very elegantly like this. Just like that. And then you guys can see Stargaze. So you can really see the difference between the black and the Stargaze. This is clearly a navy blue, whereas this is a black. But it is navy. Like I wouldn't say it's a marine blue or anything. It's a navy.
Claire says, I like gathering threads. It's poetic.
Oh, thank you. So this is beautiful with it.
I know I'm usually the kind of person that is very much just throw anything on. It's cool. It's a look. But I did think that, for specifically focusing on, we have the chance to show you these colors. I'm going to try to pick stuff that is going to match if you are looking for the matchy-matchy, because I know the matchy-matchy is strong.
And we don't have access to these colors to show them to you. So if you did order them, we wanted you to be able to see what they look like before they leave the store.
And what pieces exactly go with it. And I thought this piece was beautiful. And you wouldn't expect it to be on the hanger because it looks so, like, not to say dull, but it does look...
Yeah, you don't really appreciate the detail in it until you get it on and get close to it. It is quite stunning. And then I think it would also work with...
Oh, we're going to pull out Galah.
No. Galah. So it also looks great with owl, but I still think the navy makes it look better.
I think the navy, as Rhonda says, makes it look elegant.
It does make it look elegant. So there you go. Beautiful. So many legs. There. Beautiful.
Where do the pants end?
So many legs. So many legs. There.
Jackie says beautiful vest. Thank you, Jackie.
It is
like this vest. Honestly, Jackie, it's nice and sheer.
Delicate print.
That nice print style that you like. It's muted. It's pretty.
Ooh, this is stunning. So the background color is actually different shades of brown and orange. And then we have a lot of true green in there, some cobalt blue, some navy blue. Yeah, so earth tones, blues and greens. Did I already say that this goes on its way? I did, right?
Yes, you did. You did.
Oh, look at that together.
Ooh,
Gorgeous.
also, if you have Lyrebird.
Yes. Yes, it
And
would be
Taraka.
great with Lyrebird. Even though I'm not really seeing a lot of teal, this really does read as a green. But I think Lyrebird would still work.
I think Taraka is
You think Taraka?
definitely. Definitely. You see that tone in there.
Oh,
See?
so much fun with Taraka.
I think Taraka brightens it.
Yes.
So that's your daytime look. And then you have your nighttime.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. I did like it with Taraka too. I love it when you can wear the same piece with multiple colors.
Oh, me too.
Yes, no? Green, orange, brown, blue.
Sorry, guys. I didn't want to cough, so I didn't say anything. You know, I actually think it's really fun.
It does work.
I think it just needs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it. So what's new with you, Miss Shefali?
With me.
Yeah.
Let's see. I am first 2 weeks full time. It feels nice to not have to wake up and go, oh, I didn't finish my discussion post.
Yeah.
And I actually confirmed that I did pass everything.
So that's good.
Did you know that my second highest grade was merge and acquisitions, my finance course?
Really?
Isn't that hilarious?
That was your second highest grade?
My highest grade was entrepreneurship.
What did you get?
I got an A.
Wow. And your second highest grade was finance? Wow.
My
Glad to have you on the team.
Yeah. But yeah, it was interesting because now Mira is gotten to the HR program at Mohawk, and so she has to take business and finance courses, and she's dreading it. But I think what I told her is that, you have to learn to see them as tools.
Yeah.
To be interested in what you're interested in. And I think she's also going to develop that, where consistently she's taken courses that have really fed into her own personal interests, like history and politics and sociology and anthropology, the study of human and culture. And you take those interests and then you extrapolate on that by understanding how industries work. And for me, that was a huge aspect of why I value taking a business program, because I knew I lacked knowledge in this area.
Well, and it's really nice that we have this business, even for Mira, to be able to tangibly say, oh yeah, that's why we do this.
It's her example constantly. Yeah. And you can understand how an industry works. So to understand how fashion has worked for centuries, traditionally it wasn't really something that was capitalized on. But I think that with the realization of the, what's it called, line work, factory line work, what Ford brought in house,
assembly line.
With the assembly line, that created automation, and automation is what changed the way fashion was developed rather than being bespoke. So yeah, it's interesting to kind of see those trends and see them even from a business perspective and an economical perspective. But yeah, it's cool. So coming back to the business with that, and kind of even seeing how the other girls or the ladies have really even noticed the change in me, because I didn't realize that for so long, like as much as I thought I was present, as much as I physically could be, I also wasn't.
Yeah. You were, most people can't do what you achieved.
No. But it's nice to be back and to kind of show them.
Yeah, you're opening all of our eyes.
Yeah.
And it's actually reinvigorated the whole group, because
I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. When you weren't here, we were just hanging on, partially because our manpower had gone down. When the tariffs came in, and then we let go of a few people, and we knew that we would get caught up again because we were getting more and more things done in India. But that transition was really hard. So I was doing your job and they were doing India's job. And now everything has kind of gotten back to a point where we're not in survival mode anymore, and we can just start saying, where do we want to go? Like, what do we want to do? And it's been very exciting. Rachel has been training on my job. She's like, wow, I didn't even know these things existed. And I'm like, yeah, it's big.
Yeah. And it's funny, even Priya and I were saying, like, Rachel didn't even know that I knew most of the stuff that Priya did. I just didn't do it because I couldn't do it. I have a whole other job.
Whole other life. Yeah.
And so, even for her to realize that I, like, these capabilities are things that somebody had to learn, because the only people who knew them were the two of us, was another big thing as well. So even having her, like, watching her downstairs learn about certain things, and when I kind of jump in while Priya's training her and kind of say, like, oh, like, this is an example of this. So when this happens, this is what you need to consider, right? So just think about that as well.
Yeah, it's been really nice. Like, and Rachel is quite young. She's still 22, and I forget that because she carries herself with such maturity. But she's really putting herself out there to learn more. And Mira is deciding to learn more around this business with HR. And Alex has taken on more now too. She's taken over the consignment part. I don't know if you know that. Are you able to turn that camera ever so slightly so that it's facing a little bit more this way? Just a bit. Because I find that as soon as I get close, I lose Instagram. Yeah, that's way better. So this one is actually shades of blue in there. This one is a satin fabric. I think it was one that was just released. It has these fabulous colors. So these are all kind of silvery grays, and then this is blue, and you can see how great it looks with the navy. But I also feel like you could wear this with a lighter gray.
There was a heather gray that came out a while ago.
A couple of seasons ago?
from the linen seasons. Am I staring? I think no. Yeah, I'm not staring. I was staring at time. Yeah, I think that there definitely is a lot of potential. But if you have Nebbia, for example, like I know Corey, you have Nebbia. This is a cool piece with Nebbia.
It's beautiful blue and so soft.
Or not Nebbia, Paros would be really nice with it. I think
Paros is one of these colors.
Blue. Yeah, cool piece. I really liked it.
It's beautiful. I'll try this one.
Jackie says it's great you're off survival mode.
Yeah, we have really been in survival mode, and things keep changing. Like, it's funny because I always just do my work, right? And now that the girls are telling me that they have a bit more time and they're willing to take some stuff off my plate, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm the one who does this too, because this thing will pop up with, I don't know, we have to deal with some sort of a back end change because of tariffs, and I'll be like, this is the thing I do. Who wants to do it now? Because I don't even realize. I just keep putting out fires. So I'm actually going to try to do some speaking engagements. That's my dream, is to go out and talk about slow fashion and talk about women's bodies and how they're changing and how we need to take more control over what we consider to be fashion that's meant for us. And, that whole idea about giving ourselves more time to live our lives instead of using that time to meet other people's expectations. All you need to do is feel good in yourself. Everybody else can suck it. So
poetic.
Yeah, that's very poetic.
That's another Gathering Threads segment, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Julie asks, hey, Julie, she says, hello, what about the beautiful tunic caftan, black with flowers behind Priya, just over there? I've actually tagged it in our collection, and it is a beautiful piece. It's stunning. And I think it sometimes needs its moments of shine because the website does not do it justice.
And I think the other thing is we have so many beautiful pieces. Do you like the little back look there? So this is more of a gray, just so you guys know. It's grays and taupes and blacks. So I don't think it works particularly well with navy, but you don't see much of it. This is how it would look with Nebbia. I think pretty close, maybe a bit light. This is how it would look with Zinc. And my guess is, it's fabulous with Zinc. Absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, it really is.
Wow. That's the winner, if you ask me. I think it would probably also match Owl, but it would diminish the fabric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been good. I mean, I think that I didn't realize how much I had grown and learned. Like, there are still people in my life and in my past that also haven't really seen a lot of the changes in me because, with just not being able to do anything because I've been surviving. Like, I've just been kind of going through the motions. So the people in my immediate life and, in the industries I work in, they kind of see me and, all the changes I've gone through. But a lot of the personal friends I have, like it's been a long time
since you've been able to connect.
Yeah.
What did you think of that post? So Rachel and Shefali and Mira have a group chat that they share with me, and I refer to it as those Hamilton tenants, because we leased a house that they kind of subleased from us. So whenever we need to talk to them, we send something to those Hamilton tenants. Those tenants, those tenants that we always tell you about, those guys. This is very soft, by the way, and beautiful shades of blue. Love the circle.
Heather said, and this is hilarious, perfect name for your talk series. Everyone else can suck it.
Everyone else can suck it. Yes, so true.
We should make that a show segment, like a real segment.
Everyone else can suck it. How much patience do you have for all of that nonsense anymore? I've got zero. I'm there.
Yeah, mine is waning thin.
So I sent this thing into this chat because I hear a lot of stories from Rachel, not directly, but I know of Rachel's stories with her friends, and I know about Shefali's stories with her friends and Mira's stories with her friends. And this holistic psychologist, who you may know of, her name is Nicole LaPera, and she is an actual trained psychologist. She was saying that intelligent people tend to have fewer and fewer friends as they grow up, because they understand a lot more about the dynamics of a relationship, and they can see when a relationship isn't serving them. So instead of having a million acquaintances, they have a few hard, fast friends that are so much more meaningful to them. And, while Mira's and Shefali's and Rachel's lives are so much in flux right now because of where they are, being in their 20s, and things are changing, their education's changing, their jobs are changing, their friend circles are changing. It can kind of feel like, what's going on? I had these friends and now I don't have these friends. Who are my friends? And I think it's a part of life that maybe we don't talk about enough, that every relationship has a season. And when you and this other person in your life, maybe you went to high school together, unless you build additional memories on top of that, all you really have is that high school experience.
Yeah. And that's something I even am still learning, because you don't really realize that you're putting more effort into a relationship until you're seeing it for what it is.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, you just kind of have to let go and walk away. I think
let it fade.
Or let it fade. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not personal.
No, it's not personal. And I honestly think it's more of what's it called? It's more of a reflection of you versus the other person, and how much more you are willing to do to work on yourself to genuinely be the best version of yourself.
And that's another thing that I've been talking a lot about, because Shefali, as we all know, Shefali has relationship stories. And you know what I said to her the other day that I didn't think she actually heard, but then she repeated it back to me, and I was like, wow, she actually is listening to me. Because I had said what my cousin told me, which is every relationship takes work. Even like the best, happiest relationships in your life, they are taking work that you're happy to put in, because what you're getting back feels good. So when there's a relationship that's taking so much work, but you're not getting that good feeling back in return, maybe those are the relationships where you have to decide, am I giving more to this relationship than it deserves? Doesn't mean you have to end it, but maybe I need to balance what I give to something that doesn't give back.
Yeah. And that's, I think, a problem I had as a young person, because when I was younger, I was so much more in survival mode than I have been in the past 2 years, that I cut things off with people very quickly without actually being okay with the in-between. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that, it doesn't mean you hate somebody because you don't talk to them for a couple of months or years. It just kind of means that, there is a cycle of growth that they're going through, and there's a cycle of growth that you're going through, and it's just not working out at the moment, and there's nothing personal.
It's not personal about it. No, it's funny. A friend of mine who we were in the same classes together from grade 3 until the end of high school, and we were really close friends. She reached out to me. We kind of drifted, and then she reached out to me, and we went out for lunch together just this past summer. And it was really nice to get caught up and, find out what her family was doing and everything. And then she kind of said to me, even though we had, been pretty close, she said, we weren't really friends, were we? And it was such an interesting thing to say. So I said, I don't think I was capable of friendships in when I was in grade 3 or even, up to high school. I don't know that I had the wherewithal to be present in a relationship and value a relationship for what it was. We were elevator people, is what I use this example or this analogy with my children, that there are people who are just in the elevator with you
by association.
By association.
Location,
you're all just happen to be in the same place.
Yeah.
And, sure, you're going to get along, you're going to develop friendships, you have in common that you're in the elevator. But once the elevator doors open, what do you have that still keeps you with them?
That is, I think, for me, a key indicator of whether a school friendship or a childhood friendship is actually worth putting effort into over time or in the future.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky, like the people who have reached out to me and I've reached out to them, they've wanted to reconnect. And I think with the internet, it's kind of helped people stay in touch.
Yeah.
Because like I have friends, and I was telling Priya this, like I have friends that I haven't talked to in 4 or 5 years that are now reaching out to me. And, we've known each other for like a decade, basically. And it's like nothing's changed because we still keep up with each other online. We just know that there's no real opportunity to hang out in person, but we wish each other well.
And that was really something that didn't exist for my demographic, right? Like Facebook happened much, much later. So you couldn't even just kind of keep an eye on somebody's growth.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I mean, I put out a couple stories yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at these old photos. Like a lot of people were looking at like, what they look like in 2016. And I was 16 in 2016. And that was such a crazy part of my life that I can't believe you were just 16 in those pictures. Yeah, I know.
Her hair was really short, guys.
Like and I had
it was Thompson twins hair.
Thank you. I would like to say Twiggy hair, but
no, Thompson twins. Sorry.
But yeah, it was interesting to go back to those pictures and to kind of see who that person was. And honestly, like I just remember looking at them the other day and being like, this is a person who hid so much of herself. Like she never told anybody how unhappy she was.
That's really sad.
And I think that she was just trying her best to find joy, but she didn't know how to look for it because she was never taught how to.
No.
And then I went on this whole journey in the past 6 or 7 years, like trying to figure out what that looked like for me and doing it in a very interesting way.
It's been a journey.
It's a journey. And I've definitely made questionable decisions in my life. There's no denying that, but
that's part of the journey. As long as you haven't hurt yourself permanently.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And that's okay. Right. Like I think it's just a part of life to figure out which pendulum swing is what teaches you which lesson.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that at the end of the day, I've always stuck to the idea that balance is key. And I just had to find what balance looked like for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And you, more than most people I know, have really embraced experiences that have come your way and tried to learn from them and trying to figure out the takeaway. And that is what leads to growth, right?
Yeah, I think
instead of just letting life happen to you, you kind of watch it and go, okay, I liked that. I didn't like that. I want more of this. I want less of this. This is beautiful together. So this is blue as well. This here color, and you can see it's got some thread work on it. I'm going to say it's not itchy. But this color here is Foxglove. And then this here is a dark burgundy red, but it's a red, but it's a deep red. And this color, is this a Wabi Sabi piece? I feel like it must be.
No, it's full price.
Oh, interesting.
It's
inside out. I'm like, why do I see so many threads?
And guys, that's expected in a saria like this with the kind of stitching it has.
Yes, that's very common because it's all done by hand. So there. Yeah, much better. Definitely looks more finished.
Yeah, I didn't know when to tell you that it was inside out.
But I was looking at the hem. I'm like, is that inside out? So what are our ladies saying?
Lots of fun comments. So Heather Margaret had said that caftan that we showed for Julie was beautiful. I know the pattern, the floral, and that is lovely. And Sabina said, speaking engagement sounds wonderful. Thank you, Priya Shefali, for sharing growth and changing world of Sorry Not Sorry. Thank you, Sabina.
Thank you.
Judy said 100%. Judy said, and what you each want and need from a friendship changes through life as well.
Very true. It really does.
Very true.
It really does. And I think I've told you guys this before, but they say that women in their 50s tend to get divorced because what they needed in their husbands when they were 25, 30, raising kids, somebody who's really stable is not the caring, understanding companion that they want as they reach older age.
Which is
sometimes
so true. Corey says good relationships need to be reciprocal and evolve over time. 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Jane says absolutely. Michelle says absolutely, Corey. Judy says awesome analogy for elevator people. Priya?
Thank you.
Jane says I'm going to Mexico on Sunday to see friends I haven't seen in 40 years that were my very close friends when I lived in Edmonton. And we just reconnected in the last few years. I'm so excited.
That sounds really exciting.
Amazing.
Yeah, like we get together with my husband's friends from high school once a year, and it's so much fun, right? And then every time we get together, that just builds another connection between us so that the next time we meet, we have that additional experience.
Yeah, and that's work. That's work. That's effort to put in.
It is. It's effort to put in and to kind of give up a weekend and say, we're going to make sure that we get there. And then as a result, we get to meet these really interesting people and see where they are in their lives. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Corey says, I'm lucky. I have had two of my besties for years, 54 years and 45 years, respectively.
Wow.
And Corey says, my go-to gals. And Judy says, Judy and Corey both wish Jane a great time. And Sabina said, oh, Shefali. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sabina.
Yeah. Shefali's been through it. And Shefali has been resilient. And at some point, Lady Shefali will have a breakdown. I think we all know. We're just hoping it's a time when she feels very supported. Yeah. That girl's been through a lot. That girl over there.
And it's nice that I have a lot of creative avenues to.
Yeah. And you work out a lot.
Oh, yeah. Working out, game changer.
So this color here is called Peppercorn. And it's a very hard color to describe. It's very similar to kelp, which we carried in the winter collection. So this is a gray, but it has very strong green undertones. So it's still that same swampy green that kelp was, but this time it's in a lighter linen. And I wanted to show you the difference between this color and black, because it does online look like it's almost black, and it's not. There is a distinct color difference. So this is a greeny, dark gray, a greeny charcoal gray, which matches a lot of our pieces really well, actually. And it's a great neutral because it does have that sophisticated green undertone. Bryn Walker always knows what they're doing.
They never miss.
They never miss.
Carol says, hi, everyone. I'm late. Hey, Carol.
Hey, Carol.
She says, Shefali, everyone makes questionable choices at different times in our lives. We just didn't have social media to memorize it.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did some really crazy things.
Michelle said, oh, thank you, Carol. Michelle said, like any other relationship, marriage has to evolve too. And sometimes people evolve at different speeds and times. Yeah. Lisa says, hello, all.
Hello, Lisa.
Heather says, I have loved kelp. And Jane says, Shefali will always be resilient. She has already shown that. Yeah. Thanks, Jane.
Yes. Shefali is a very unusual person, and we're lucky to know her. All of us are lucky to know her.
Aw. Guys.
Shefali, I would love to try this on because it is a midi-length caftan with a duster.
Do you want to pick out a duster?
I think so, because
there's quite a few dusters in this pile-a-rooney, but I can pick out something.
I literally
in this for this color. There's a duster.
Okay, hold on then. Don't go yet. Don't go yet.
There is definitely 100% a duster. It's a wabi-sabi duster. It's black with flares.
Okay, should I try it on with this though?
Yeah, I mean, I can choose another one. I think I have another one in mind that would be perfect with that. That's also wabi-sabi.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I'd really like to show. So, yeah, perfect. So this one here that I'm wearing is the Taj Mahal piece. Now, this is a midi-length caftan. As you can see, I'm wearing it with a pair of floaty Casbah pants.
With our lady friend in the front.
With where is our lady friend?
Oh, other side.
Oh, yeah, there she is. Right there. Ophelia? Rapunzel?
Ophelia at the Taj Mahal.
Ophelia. That time when Ophelia went to the Taj Mahal.
Right, I forgot about that.
Would there have been overlap between Shakespeare and the Taj Mahal? Possibly. I think so too. I'm pretty sure the Taj Mahal was 1600s.
Yeah.
And Shakespeare was late 1500s, early 1600s. Hard to believe that was happening at the same time.
Well, now it's memorialized on a midi caftan.
Yeah. She forgot. And then here is the Taj Mahal with the reflection when I wear it backwards. This is a truly beautiful, how is this still here piece.
This is a crazy piece. Like crazy.
It's
like if I saw that on a t-shirt,
if I saw this in a store window in Yorkdale or Yorkville, sorry, I'd be like, that is too cool. I think it's because here there's just so many cool things that you kind of
influx of choice.
Yeah. It's an embarrassment of riches. So this is how a midi length caftan looks with a duster. And I do wear mine together all the time. I got a set of a matching set when Nisha got married. And what I did actually was I took this, put it through here. I did that. I did a version of the Margot hack. And then I took this one.
Oh, Shakespeare died 1616, Taj Mahal 1632. Well, there actually might have been historic, like, traveling of information.
There would have been traveling of information for sure. So what I did is I tucked the ends through the armholes and then had them come out this way. So that's one way that you compare the two of them. And then another way is you can take this and actually use the magnetic button and put it up here, and it becomes a lapel like that. Oh yes, it's this side. It's the bottom.
Eventually we'll get there, guys.
It's the bottom. So the part that would have been at the bottom here, the bottom hem, is what goes here
and goes straight again
and becomes and it becomes the lapel. So
thank you for researching that, Judy.
Yeah, I thought it might have been around the same time. So does this answer the question of the midi length caftan with the duster?
Yeah, I think just show it
regular,
full. I have to use the bathroom so bad.
Why don't you go use the bathroom? Okay.
And you know what's fun is I am wearing, because I'm wearing tights, my new undergarments.
Oh, so you have a lot to take off.
I do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be quick.
You're not my age.
Yeah. The running helps with the exercises down there. So
honestly, I was doing the dishes today and I had to pee. And at one point I said in my head, do I just let it happen? And then I was like, no, I won't just let it happen. I will find my way to a bathroom. But there was
the bathroom's right there.
I know. So was the pee. And I had to make a decision. I really was. I'm like, do I? But I think once you get to that do I stage and you do, then your body's like, oh, that's okay then, is it? And then who knows what's going to happen next.
You do a Sully. You go, ooh.
So this is how it looks if I just wear the two of them like that. I'm going to flip this piece around.
And just before I leave, I'm going to quickly read these comments. I knew Shakespeare. I had to look up the Taj Mahal, though. I at first just read, I knew Shakespeare, and I went, really? You do? Is there a Doctor Who time traveling thing I'm not knowing about? And Jane said the relationship is the story of Ophelia and Hamlet, of lost love and the grief of the Taj Mahal.
Maybe.
What a tragic mini caption.
Whoever designed this was a real literature buff.
You know what? They were really going through it.
Yeah, they were.
In the 90s, whenever they made this piece, they were like, I'm inspired.
Yeah.
But Priya knows that I have been so creatively inspired by loss of love, as in the poetry that I sent you.
Shefali wrote this poem, and she prefaced it with, don't worry, I'm okay.
Because I just thought it was cool. And like Priya knows I'm really into Bronteism and like, looking at it that way.
So I replied and I'm like, so the English teacher in me is like, wow, that's amazing. It's an incredible poem. And the mom in me is like, are you okay? Do you need a hug? Yeah.
And Carol said, it's bad when you can see the bathroom and are like, holy crap, I might not make it.
Yeah.
Make it.
And part of the problem is that the bathroom is so close, right? Because you're like, it's right there. And your body's like, freedom. Yeah. That was unusual that happened today.
All right. Peeing is evidence. I'll be back.
Okay, go have that. Go have that moment. Go enjoy taking your time with that moment. Okay, this is too beautiful, guys. I love this with this pant, but I think you could also wear it with so many other colors, different shades of green. You could wear it with cream or tapioca. You could wear it with any of a multitude of browns. Clearly, it is a digital print. I think you could also pair it with gray. That's like a purple in there, a maroon. You have some pinks over here. And then on the opposite side. So I can't see any of your comments right now, guys. But when Shefali comes back, we will get caught up together. There. It really is lovely. So then these are different shades of brown, almost like a tea color. And there we have that little bit of burgundy through there again, different shades of gray over here. So there's a lot of pieces you can wear this with. But yeah, very, very beautiful. It's like you're a walking piece of art. So that was over. Where was it? Okay, here. That was over here. And this goes here. And then we get, oh my gosh, with the mat. Guys, I have to put it back on again. She also pulled the matching shrug. So let's see how those two pieces look together. I think it's going to be amazing. My guess is it's going to be amazing. So if I put this on, Taj Mahal to the front, here, it's like that. And then I put this on. So now I have a couple of options. Obviously, I can wear it the way a shrug was designed, which is to wear it like this, and it gives you that whole fun look like that. I could also tie up the sleeves here, kind of make the sleeves ruche a little bit, or gather a little bit. And it's very easy to do that. You just take 2 spots down at the end here, tie them together, and you can tie as much as you want together. And that creates it's kind of like a bit of bunching at the sleeve so that it's not quite so wide. So you can do that. You can also do the famous Margot hack where you're drinking your champagne. And then I still have that little tie there, which makes it a tiny bit smaller. And you wear it. Let's see if I've got this right. And you can wear it like this. And then another option is to wear it the way Alex and Shefali have been wearing their shrugs lately, which is to wear them as scarves. So you would take it, hold it like this, so it's a long rectangle, drop one side, and then have your matching scarf, get that little tag at the back, to go with your Taj Mahal dress. Like that. Ladies, I have no idea if you're commenting. I'm just going to say, yeah, so true. But I have no idea. So Shefali will definitely get us all caught up as soon as she gets back. This color looks amazing, though, with Peppercorn. If you were looking for a very sophisticated, neutral that's a little more interesting than black, but is still a very classy color. So I would say that Peppercorn is a very classy looking color. She says as she tucks it into her pants, her shorts. But let me try another one. Okay, so there. So here's another piece. And actually, I'm quite surprised that she paired this with this, because I would say it is not a great match. And let's figure out why together. So what we have here is a kimono sleeve jacket. And the colors in here are very truly black and gray. But I guess it still really works, though. Like, I would have thought it wouldn't, but now that I'm looking at them side by side, I can see that that color is in there. I don't know. Oh, sorry, guys. I don't know if you guys can see it as well, but it is there. So let's try this on. Oh, I also have no idea what time it is. Shefali, do you know what time it is?
9:29.
Okay, that's good.
You're doing good.
We're doing great. That was also one of my musings for today. So I didn't think this was going to match, but Shefali, it looks great together.
Thank you.
Yeah, like I really thought it was a black and white, but it's kind of not. It's both. It is both a black and white and also something else.
It's a yes and situation.
Yeah, definitely.
Comments. Totally. Love you guys. And then you have to sneeze or cough. LOL. Great minds or laugh. That is really gorgeous. Somebody needs to buy it.
Yeah.
So I don't. says Carol. LOL, maybe we should do a timeshare. It's not a bad idea, really, says Carol. Margot said you can also let the shrug drape down and have your hands free inside.
Oh, that's right. By pushing it to the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely.
Carol said would stop me saving special pieces and not wearing them as much as I should. Lisa says, LOL, Priya, business in the front, party in the back. And Carol said, if you had a piece quarterly during the year, you'd make sure you wore it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And why not? And that's one of the beauty of the great things about this brand, right? That you can share your clothes with a bunch of other people. And then, it's going to come back to you and it's going to be fine.
It's going to be...
See, like honestly, these have already been through a whole life before we got them. So yeah, chances are they're going to be fine.
And Carol says, if you have a piece quarterly, and I already said that comment. Lisa said, yes, absolutely, Carol. And Carol said, I did wear my new hello today.
Nice. Oh, this one is so very soft. Like it's a Georgette, but it is so unbelievably soft. Did they mark it as a Georgette?
Judy said, rental pieces in the new store, question?
Maybe. Well, that's what I'm going to be doing for the staff, for the team. So this one is actually a crepe. It's just a really soft, thin crepe. Love that blue on the bottom. Too much fun. Beautiful piece. I'm going to be bringing in some of my pieces and putting them on a rack for members of the team to borrow and wear, just because, first of all, I have enough. And secondly, not everybody on the team can afford to wear to own a lot of Sorry Not Sorry, because they're paying rent and stuff. So this is one way that I can help with that and let them enjoy the clothes and still pay their rent.
I agree.
This one is very soft too. Unbelievably soft.
Kind of wanted to show a pop of color.
Yeah.
With these pants.
And it works really well.
Pantalones.
So this is actually a little more black and this is a little more green.
Look at the side. Your sleeve. Nope, other sleeve. Nope. Up. High.
Here. Uh-huh. So that's this color, isn't it?
No.
She's right again, guys. So this color is different from this color, and this color does match. Exactly. Yeah, fun pop of color with a pair of classy pants. Can't go wrong. I don't know if it's the elastic on my shorts that's giving out, but these pants do not want to stay in place. And they're also medium, so I'm not going to try them. See? You see? Okay, let me try that.
They're like, Priya, you can't choose to be 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
No,
you got to invest.
You got to, yeah, let me try that again. And we're going to do a little
Karina says liquor, poker, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what song she's talking about.
I don't either.
And Lisa said that's a great idea, actually, for the rental.
Yeah. I don't know how it would work. I know that there are stores that do that. It is a good idea. Somebody would have to figure it out, but I think they'd figure it out on the swap and sell. The ladies there are very innovative.
Lisa says you need some magnets.
Yeah.
And Sabina says that's very kind of you, Priya. Sharing is caring. It is. I wanted to show that piece because I thought it'd be fun. That bright green with the...
Should I try it on?
Yeah.
Because I haven't gone through those. And I haven't gone through these.
Oh, blank in the front, blah, blah in the back.
This is another really beautiful piece. It has Tarocco in it too.
It's a really cool piece. And
Very
it's soft and it's fun. And it's a really nice green. I love this leafy mossy green.
It is a very beautiful mossy green. But there's the Tarocco right there. Just for burnt popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was just me.
No. It's like burnt popcorn and...
Yeah, you wouldn't think these would...
Yeah, something else.
Yeah. That's it right there. There's the Tarocco.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
The Tarocco brightens the piece. It just creates like a totally different vibe.
Well, and this is what I meant about, like, I would not have trusted my own color theory to put Tarocco with this. Mm-hmm. But the fact that somebody else did, I'm like, So it can be done. So that means I can do it.
So the possibility is there.
Yes. That little bit of reassurance that I needed. Now, this next piece is actually 2 pieces made from the same fabric, I think. Yes. So one of them is a wabi-sabi one shoulder dress. And then to pair with it, we have a full price or wabi-sabi duster. So let's see how they look together.
Yeah, I actually didn't realize that they were the same fabric because I had only seen the other side of the one shoulder.
Oh, this side, which is truly beautiful.
So I didn't notice. And then when I was putting it on the rack and tagging them, I went, oh, they're from the same fabric.
Mm-hmm. Let's give it a try. So this is black and then a greeny gray.
Margaret asks, Priya, where were you posting your thread musings? On Instagram stories?
My gathering threads. So I've got one, the one that I sent in the newsletter today is coming out on Sunday. And then I also created a blog with it and I put that into the menus of our website. So I'm going to be posting them in the newsletter that you guys get on the blog section of our website, which is, I think, under About Us, and also on Facebook and Instagram.
So we found the moths in the house.
You have moths? And
from the carpet. You were right.
They were under the carpet, right?
Yeah. They apparently ate a huge hole in the carpet. Mira just texted.
Yeah. So guys, I'm going to tell this to all of you. I'm sure most of you know. If you have a wool carpet, moths will inevitably settle in the part of your carpet that is underneath furniture on the underside of the carpet. So you have to, every once in a while, vacuum the carpet on the top and on the bottom and move the furniture out of the way. If you have a polyester rug, you don't need to do that. But if you have a wool rug, it is inevitable. And Shefali and Mira live in an older house. So even though they keep the doors closed, they still get moths that come in through little gaps here and there.
Yeah.
So it was the carpet. There you go.
It was. And I had put I put a trap in my room, in my dressing room, and I've been keeping the door closed the entire time.
And do you have any in your trap?
No.
Okay, well, that's good.
So they haven't come upstairs.
They haven't come up.
Festered.
Yeah, which is very common.
And what's nice and something Mira told me is that because the moths have been there, we have massive spiders in the house that have been eating up the moths, but they stay downstairs.
Oh, great.
So they've been fighting this war for us without us even knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys will have to keep going back and vacuuming that side of the rug, and then set up traps everywhere. But I don't know, this has been the season for it. Nisha also got an infestation. I just keep traps everywhere. That's your first sign. If anything is happening, you'll find them in the traps before you'll find them anywhere else.
Yeah. So I put 2 in my room. I have to put some in my bedroom, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'll actually text that to Mira.
And then just keep an eye on those, and that'll help you keep track if anything untoward is happening. This is a perfect match as well. So you can see that kind of deep mossy green is in here. And then it's the same color that's in the pants. And I kind of love that together. Those 2 different shades of green. It's really pretty. Are you stressed out about what's going on at home? Yeah. How bad is it? How bad is the carpet?
It looks like this.
Okay. It could be worse.
It could be worse. That's what I thought too.
Yeah, and she definitely vacuumed the other side of it. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to happen. Especially if you have cats too. They love cats. I think I prefer this with Tarocco.
I love it with Tarocco.
I love it with Tarocco.
But it's a cool piece. Like it's a beautiful fabric.
It really is. It's so soft.
We've had the opportunity to give it justice.
No, it has not.
Show them, Gams. You have great legs. Let them shine, said Carol. The pant color is lovely though. And Sabina says, I didn't know about the wool rugs and moths. Oh yeah. They love a good wool rug.
They do love a good wool rug. So I had a bit of an infestation in the basement of my house. So this house, we've been in it about 4 years, and all the windows in the house had been changed. It's from probably late 60s, early 70s, except for the basement windows. And as soon as we moved in, I said to my husband, I'm like, we need to change these windows. These are the same windows I used to crawl into when I was like little and we got locked out of the house. They're so easy to open. I said, from a safety security point of view, these need to be changed. And then I kind of didn't think about it because there was enough other stuff to do. But that's where they were coming in from, because they were such old windows that they would smell the wool and then just come right in. So even though we were vacuuming the rug, we weren't vacuuming the underside of the rug. So I sent the rug for cleaning, and then they did like a chemical thing to get rid of any moths on it. Which they can treat for that. And then I gave it to my parents, who I know will take very good care of it. It didn't really belong in my basement anyways.
Imagine this pants with a Tarocco top and this cardigan.
Well, I kind of love Tarocco with this. Like, if it weren't for Tarocco, I don't know that I'd be so attracted to this cardigan. But with Tarocco, like,
it's that green and brown.
It's that green and brown together in those goldy warm tones. It's just too beautiful together.
Yeah.
Very intentional looking. Like, that's insane.
It's beautiful. Judy said, I bought some cedar for my closet because of the moth combo a few weeks ago. Yeah, that's my next step, is to cedar it up.
Cedar it up. Or put some cedar essential oils in a spray bottle and keep things sprayed around. But honestly, your best bet is get the cloth moth traps, because they have a pheromone in them. And if there is a random moth floating around, it'll land in there. Like, if you see one kind of flying, maybe it's something, but if you see one in a trap, it's time to get busy. Figure out where they're living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are pantry moths as well. Pain in the pita to get rid of. Yeah. And it's a good thing we don't really have pantries.
No, I got pantry moths once as well. Well, it came because I think I had got some food from Bulk Barn, and it's not uncommon that grains will have pantry moth larvae in them, and you don't notice. And they can eat through the plastic if you leave it in a plastic bag. So after that, I started storing all my stuff in jars, so that if that did happen, I'd be able to identify the jar that was the issue and get rid of it.
Yeah. Carol said, I had moths eat my wool Birkenstock clogs.
No.
Carol said, ha ha ha, the drunk windows. And Lisa said, you're kidding. Wow. And Carol said, just some small holes, but still. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Heather says, scampering off. Have a nice evening. Good luck with the moths, Shefali. Thank you.
Yeah. You're probably going to have to do a full deep clean everywhere now.
No, I know. That's
like closets.
That's why you're seeing this face.
Yeah. It's a weekend. You got a full cleaning weekend ahead of you.
Yay. Carol says, you don't need a pantry to get pantry moths. Yeah. I used to have a big pantry in my old apartment, but this one is just like cupboards. So
it's just, you have to keep an eye on your grains.
Yeah.
And because it doesn't they don't develop in your closet, they develop in grocery stores, and then you bring it home with you.
Love that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep. Things you learn.
And, we needed to clean up some stuff. So,
well, then that's what Nisha thought when she realized that she had a bit of an infestation, is she thought, I wanted to do a big cleanup. Now I'm doing the big cleanup.
It's an opportunity to do the big cleanup.
It is an opportunity to do the cleanup. I still love this piece. I honestly don't know how it hasn't sold. But then I also love purple and red together.
And birdseed if you keep it inside.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Over this way a bit.
Yeah. So many fun things.
So many fun things. And that's what I said to Shefali. When you start to collect nice things, then you actually have to start really looking after nice things. So if you have cashmere sweaters or silk clothes, you're going to want to make sure you don't set yourself up.
And I have both of those things now.
Yeah. So
this Jean-Paul Gaultier dress.
Yeah.
I'm screwed.
Well, you're not, because you've noticed it and you're dealing with it.
Yeah.
It's a pity about that carpet, though. That was an Isfahan carpet.
I know. That's also why I'm a bit bummed, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Is it fixable? Like, is it mendable?
It costs so much to fix it because it has to be hand done. They have to re-dye the wool to match it. And then they have to manually actually do the, whatever that's called. It's a special stitch. It's an S stitch to weave it back through. So yeah, it's a lot. It happens. If that's the worst thing that happens to you today, Shefali, you're doing okay. You are. Yeah. When you think of all the really horrible things that could happen.
The Isfahan carpet.
Champagne problems. Champagne problems. Yeah, it's just some work. And it sucks. And it's also some work.
Yeah, that's all right. Early spring cleaning. Oh yeah, I do love a deep clean. I've been cleaning out my closet as well, like my dressing room, just to organize it a lot more. So
Yeah,
interesting.
that'll be fun. I mean, it sucks that you have to do it. And also, it'll give you a chance to look at everything. But since I knew that happened to Misha, so I went in because now, as we all know, it started snowing, and there's been a lot of snow. And so I went through a drawer because I was thinking when Nisha told me, yeah, I had this whole drawer of like, I had a basket of mittens and stuff, and I went and I moved the stuff like in the basket, and there were so many moths in there, and I was like, that's what you get for not, judgmental, fully judgmental. That's what you get for having a basket that you don't go into. Not even thinking today when I went into our little coat closet, I have a basket filled with scarves and stuff. I have so many of them. I totally forgot that I am also that same person.
We all have baskets.
We all have, like, you have your scarves in there, right? They're all wool. And so I quickly just went, but I was good. And I do have a moth trap in that room to just kind of
I think
keep an eye on things for me.
Constant moth traps might be the way to go.
Yeah, they're ugly, but they do work.
Yeah, and I did tell Mira that like she should have gotten 2 of the moth traps, and she did. And they're all clothing moth traps.
Yeah, and I think they come in sets of 4 or something, right?
There's 16 each.
Perfect. Even better. Everywhere. Put them everywhere.
Literally everywhere.
Yep.
Instant karma, said Marina. And Canadian Tire has cedar chips in pouches. Yes, I did see that. I was going to go get some cedar chips.
Yeah, and actually the Persian carpet guy who came to our house to help us, he was saying that if you actually take cedar boughs like from outside and let them dry, those tiny little cedar leaves that are left, he said to just store those under your carpet because they're so tiny and
they must be more fragrant.
They're more fragrant, and that's where your moths will want to start, is down there. So he says, if you can just dry some and just scatter them underneath, they're not going to bother you, and they are going to bother the moths.
Interesting. That's good to know.
And he's Persian, so my guess is he's looked after a lot of Persian carpets, and he also cleans carpets. There's so many reasons to trust him. This is beautiful. How has this not sold? I love this immensely.
Lisa said I would just die if they got into my expensive yarn stash. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have accrued quite the collection of clothing. A lot of it is natural fiber.
Yeah.
So fine. I'm sure we're fine.
You found the source.
Yeah.
Right? So you're good. You've got the source. You're really going to have to keep vacuuming that over and over and over again and have lots of traps around. Mm-hmm. The traps will stop new eggs from being laid, and then
because they'll go, ooh, there's a sexy moth
mama over here that's just waiting for me.
And that's when we come in, like a Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
Yarn is so costly. Very true.
It is. It is. And sometimes it's not even moths. Sometimes there's just other bugs. My mom used to keep bay leaves in her drawers. Apparently that's a thing as well. Because the scent is not strong. This is really beautiful. And what wouldn't I pair this with? So there's so many shades of blue. This is kind of like a purpley tone, but I think it's too blue for this. No, it's not bad at all. So you could definitely wear it with Foxglove. You could wear it with any of your grays, your taupes, your burnt oranges, your blues, your greens. Like, it is too cool looking. Really.
Agreed.
And it's this one. The full price one, yeah. I really love it. Like, it's just so different. Yeah, super cute and very creative, like artsy.
It is. You can get really inspired by a piece like that.
So, what size is Galah?
It sure is.
Also medium.
Jane said, "I'm so worried. I didn't even think of moths." And Lisa said, it sure is, but I love it so much. Sabina says, is there a company you can call to get rid of moth?
So I asked my daughter that because this just happened to her in Ottawa. And she said, no. They basically said the only way to do it is just to deep clean. And as soon, like if you even see one moth in your house, you need to get on it. You got to find the source.
And that's what happened, right? We saw one moth and then we didn't think much of it because like it can come out from the outside.
Yeah.
But
an outside moth looks very different from a cloth.
And I hadn't paid much attention to it. And then we kept seeing them only in the living room.
Yeah.
And I just said, we need to deal with this right now because I have like my very expensive jacket in the kitchen sometimes after I've come home quickly and I need to grab something.
Yeah.
So,
yep. And what happened to Nisha was she thought that they were drain flies, which is another thing that happens in your basement, in your drains. Sometimes they're tiny little black flies, but they're flat. But they look very different from moths because they're black and they're not white. So anyways, when Nisha first saw those, she's like, oh, we have drain flies. And then she poured some bleach down the drain, which is how you treat that.
Or hot water and bleach.
Yeah.
Kills them.
Perfect. So yeah, she did that and she thought problem solved. And then she went away. She came to Toronto for 10 days. And by the time she got back, it was a big problem.
Claire said, this is timely. I have pantry moths right now.
It's the worst. I'm so sorry.
And Judy said, that's beautiful with the Galah.
Yeah, it's gorgeous with the Galah.
And Sabina says, I never saw a moth in our place, but I will go looking now. I have cedar sticks and chips with my woolies. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to Canadian Tire tomorrow and get the cedar to go on the hangers, specifically the hangers with my cashmere sweater and stuff.
Yeah.
Just because.
But the cedar chips will eventually lose their scent. So on the positive side, though, I have a closet in the same place where I had the moth infestation. Mm-hmm. I had a closet lined with cedar and I had all my silk saris in there. So like, I thought for sure when the moth problem hit that all of those saris were going to be ruined. Not even one. There was nothing in that closet. So the cedar works.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is that it will just, because it lingers, even if it loses its scent, it lingers over time. Yeah.
But you can always touch it up by adding some essential oil to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and now I've added that to my cleaning routine. Is as I vacuum the rugs, I have a bottle of water with cedar essential oil, and I just do a.
Yeah, and I think that's what I need to do. Carol says a carpet is a large source of food too, so not so simple as getting rid of food. Yeah, very true. And Corey says I'm doing the moth hunt this weekend. I think we're reminding everyone that moths.
Well, and it is that time of year, and so Nisha's we figure came in through her attic. Mm-hmm. The entrance to her attic is in her master bedroom closet, and that's where the biggest infestation was. Because I mean, it has to come in from somewhere, right? And for us, it came in through the basement through those old windows, which I have since had replaced.
Oh, Judy has a good tip too. The cedar you hang is awesome. Once it loses its scent, you can just use some sandpaper to refreshen it.
Oh my gosh,
because you open
a good idea. Yeah, that's so true. Very smart.
Bye, Lisa.
It's something that you don't think about enough. And then all of a sudden it's a big problem. And you're like, I wasn't ready for this. I did not want this in my life right now. I love this together. I feel like happiness personified. Look at that.
Joy personified.
Joy personified. Like that looks amazing together. Even though there actually is none of this color in here. Everybody's so stressed out about moths. Feel the energy in the room. Everybody's like, do I have moths? When was the last time I checked that basket with my mittens in it? I must have checked that basket with my mittens. I'm sure I did.
Corey says some nice pairings for Galah.
Yes.
And Judy said, oh, Corey, you need to get on that.
Yeah.
This I thought was an unusual pairing with Galah.
I love it with Galah. So, because this is definitely a red, but it has kind of corally undertones. And there is some coral in the print as well.
Actually, in the light that I was looking at when I picked them together, it's more coral than red.
Yeah, I can see a lot of coral in there. But I think they're tonal. They work. Who's saying something now?
I have honestly never considered moths. LOL. Totally freaked out. Haha.
You'll see them. If you start to see them, then you know you have to think about it. And all you have to do is get the moth traps. They're on Amazon. The packaging, like it's black and white cross-checked like this. And you get a lot in each package and you just put them in all the rooms and it will tell you if there's a problem. You just walk past and look in. If you don't see any, you're fine. If you do, start worrying. If you see more than 2 or 3 per trap, you have to find the source.
Jane said, no kidding, when you had said that about how you can tell everyone's freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Carol says, I'm trying to think about where my wool is. And Michelle said, so interesting. I wonder if this is more of an Eastern Canadian issue. I've never had a problem with that, said Michelle.
I wonder.
And Sabina said, I got to get me some cedar essential oil. Any good recommendations?
So normally when I go for essential oil, I use doTERRA. But I think for something like cedar, you don't really need to get those super high quality. It's not like you're getting vetiver or something like that's rare. This is just, it's a pretty common oil. So I'm going to say Amazon.
Just any store.
Yeah.
I would
just
say-
make sure it's real essential oil.
I would just say you can always support a local store.
Yes, that carries stuff like that. Yeah. This one's really soft too.
Yeah, right. And Carol says, my wool birds are stored in Ziploc bags. Michelle said, I've never had that problem. Carol said, they like to come out in the evening. And Corey said, I'm shopping on Amazon after this.
Yeah.
And Carol says, wool Birks, not birds. Oh, her Birkenstocks are in. I just thought you had wool birds, Carol.
Yeah. And you know what? It's inevitable, right? Like sometimes you'll have mice in your house, depending on the weather. Sometimes you'll get ants, depending on what's going on outside.
Squirrel.
She probably had a squirrel
in my old apartment.
Yeah. So moths are just another thing, except just don't pretend you don't see them. Because I've done that. That's a mistake. Don't make
That was bad.
That was bad. Don't make the same mistake I made.
Carol said, wool Birks, not birds. And Corey says, love that other pink cardigan with the Galah.
Yeah, I loved it too.
Carol says, health food store. Carol says, haha,
yeah, great idea.
Bags. Yeah. And Sabina says, I use Amazon only if I absolutely have to. What I would suggest, Sabina, so today with a friend of mine, I went to this store that opened up on King Street. And I guess it used to be on Ottawa Street. And it's just kind of like an occult store. Like, in Buffy,
yeah,
when what's her name? The witch, who's the character who's the witch? Willow. When Willow starts becoming.
You didn't want to say the one who plays. Isn't Willow the one from How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah, but I never watched How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
So do you notice that pink is?
Yeah, it's so close. Who'd have thunk? Huh. Okay, keep going.
So
Willow.
basically, I had. Like I went into the store and it basically was the modern version of that witch store, that magic store that she goes to in Buffy. And they had a bunch of these like occult things. They had like Rose of Jericho.
I don't even know
like
what that
Jericho rose, like the dried up ones that bloom in water.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So she had a bunch of cool stuff, but they have a bunch of essential oils. So you should find a store like that.
Yeah. And definitely a health food store will have them.
Yeah.
I even think for some of the essential oils, Shoppers Drug Mart has them.
For some of them, yeah.
Like I've gotten oil of oregano from Shoppers Drug Mart. So
I like to go to this store in Toronto by Kensington. That's an African market because they also have like a bunch of essential oil scents that they create.
Yes. Didn't you get me a perfume from there? And what was it called again, Shefali? Tell everybody what it was called.
I can't say the word, but it relates to the cat that...
Okay, no, or it rhymes with a shameless hussy, but hussy starts with a P.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah. And I'm like, thanks, Shefali.
But it smells so...
But it does...
me for
I did, but I didn't know the name, and not that the name matters. But yeah, the name's a little awkward.
But
I was just looking at it the other day, and I'm like, but why? Why do you need to name it that? Like,
that's how this person who made it considers the smell of...
Oh, gosh.
Well, no, it's a compliment, right? Because they're like, it's beautiful.
It's shock value. When I was in high school, we used to put up posters that said, sex, now that I have your attention, vote for me for class president. That's what I feel like the name of this perfume is the same sort of...
rock of you.
Everybody was doing it. That's what everybody did. It's advertising, sex to advertise. And that's what I feel like naming a perfume that is kind of like saying...
Well, they have one that's called Obama.
Really?
Yeah. Like this store has a bunch of hilarious names. Like they have one that's called Kush, which is also very nice.
Yeah.
And then they have one called Obama, which I think is blue. Hilariously. Carol says witchy stores, rocks, incense, and essential oils. Judy says my challenge is that hubby is scent sensitive.
Oh, that's not good. Cedar's usually pretty okay. Lavender is sometimes a problem. What's Carrie saying?
Carrie, that is quite the privilege. And also hilarious to think about. Carrie said, okay, because I was about to run out and cut the branches off our cedar tree and drag them in the house prophylactically.
Oh my
If you haven't
god.
seen any, you're fine. But go get the traps and just
Maybe cut off a couple branches.
and just so that's what he did when at my place. He went outside and he cut some and then cut off the little bits and just kind of sprinkled it underneath.
Just I don't think you need to do like the you know,
I don't know,
like
I
it's
don't know.
sage or something. But I think keep it around.
I think so. And the other thing is to try to, if you have a basket filled with wool, give it a little toss now and then.
Just throw a little stick in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a cinnamon stick.
So, yeah, some bay leaves. I don't know. This is beautiful too.
I think maybe they think that the bay leaf is too spicy.
I don't know.
The waft is like, I'm sorry, this is too much for my peculiar taste.
So lavender is also really good. I don't know what scents deter them, but in my dressing room where I do have all of my silks and I have a lot of cashmere, like I tend to like natural fibers, so almost everything I have is a natural fiber. I keep one of those diffusers, those reed diffusers.
I have a reed diffuser too.
Now I don't know what scents they're just like deterred by, but I think, could it be just any scent?
I have the cashmere scent.
Because the scent that I had in there for ages was a rose scent.
It does have cedar in it.
What has
my essential my diffuser? Because I use cashmere, the one from the store by my place, and that has like cedar notes in it.
So that's another thing you can do is in your actual closet itself. You can put in a reed diffuser and then just make sure that you put it in a box or something so it can't tip.
Stayed away.
Yeah. But just because it's essential oil, or because it has oil in it, you don't want it to be tippy.
Yeah.
So like you can put it into a box. So if it tips, it can't go all the way.
It's
round, right? It's a bottle.
Yeah. It's like
so put the bottle in a box.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because it'll tip. If you knock it, it'll tip.
Yeah, but like it's never gonna tip because of where it is in the dressing room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically I have that wood dresser we made it to Legette's.
Yes.
So it's at the very top of it in the corner. So nothing touches it.
Yeah, that's probably why that room was spared. And I think that's probably why my dressing room was spared as well. Because I have that. And even in our bedroom, like where Goat keeps his clothes, I have right above where he keeps his cashmere stuff, I have a diffuser as well.
Yeah, so I think I'll just get a diffuser, the same diffuser for my dressing room.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, for my bedroom. Yeah. Margaret said, so glad you mentioned the moths, as I didn't realize they would go after my silks. I'm adding some cedar and lavender to the closet.
Yeah, they're not malicious. They're just looking for
just be like the rest of us.
Yeah.
And Carol said, I used to always have awesome silver jewelry.
I think there might be more to that.
Yeah. Explain. There was a wine called Cat Pee on a Gooseberry Bush.
Oh. A wine was, well, there you go. There's your shock value marketing.
Like,
again.
why?
Yeah, well, it's the same with that perfume you got me with the really evocative name. It's certainly evocative.
Corey asks, is that a Wabi Sabi piece, the one with the flowers?
Which one? This one. Yes.
Yes, it is. It's a Wabi Sabi card.
It's a Wabi Sabi.
You like that one, Corey. And Jackie said, sorry, not sorry, perfume. Oh, we should add cedar into our perfume.
Oh, we could. Actually, we totally could.
That's genius.
So we're still working on that. We are meeting the lady. I had said sometime next week. So actually, I had sometime this week. I'll follow up. Yeah.
We just can't add lavender because Alex is
definitely allergic. So yeah, we have to be careful.
So back in the day when I was doing more sales and Alex would have to pack order, she'd come up to me and she'd go, Shefali, I need you to touch that lavender pouch when there was the lavender buckwheat pouches you had. And can you put it in here because I'm going to pack it? And I would go, why? And she told me once she had to get it quickly and she fully broke out in hives on her hands.
Wow. Yeah. So we do have to be careful. Whatever scent we get, we've got to make sure that Alex will be okay with it. But it does help that they're actually real oils and resins. We're still working on it, ladies. I will reach out to her again, though.
Oh, the witchy stores have great silver jewelry.
Oh, yeah, I would believe that. Isn't there one here in Hamilton called the Witch's Fix? This is beautiful.
So yeah, there's a couple. I mean, even Mooncraft Market, shout out to them. They're on James. She's got a few witchy things going on.
I did not think so many things would look great with Galah. No. Did not know.
Yeah, I love Galah. We don't ever call it Galah ever again.
Galah. So I did end up getting Foxglove because even though I do love allium,
But Foxglove
it's more gray.
yeah.
Whereas allium is very crisp.
Yeah.
And I know it's a color that I'll wear a lot. But yeah, Galah is beautiful. I think the thing is I don't currently have a lot of things that have Galah in it. And like I said in that kind of news blog thing I wrote, I find that when I add a color that's already a color that speaks to me, that when I take, let's say this one, Time, when I take Time home, I find it already matches so many things and gives new life to so many silks that I didn't even realize had that color in it. But obviously I was attracted to that color. So of course it's in things that I liked.
She has a type.
I do have a type.
I thought this
Beautiful.
would be so nice with Galah.
I'm trying not to try every single thing on. What time is it now?
I'm afraid to tell you.
Is it 10?
It's 10:05.
Okay.
But the ladies are watching.
Okay, let me do this really fast then. Because we got to talk. Oh my God.
Yeah. There's some, I kind of am a bit sad you picked Galah last because I had some incredible picks.
You really did. Wow. Too beautiful. Oh, gasp. I literally gasped. Wow. Would this also go with
probably.
Zinc?
Definitely.
Fabulous with Zinc as well.
Sorry, not sorry, closet perfume.
We could.
And Jackie said there's a wine called Fat Bastard.
Yes, there definitely is.
And Nance Cavell said, I must be lucky, almost 50 years in my house and I've never had moths. Oh, you are, friends.
Yes, or you're very clean. Like you have to just make sure you vacuum every single spot.
Yeah.
But I think what got me was the basement with those windows. And it's not a place that we go to we don't spend a lot of time.
Harry said, maybe you should start selling sorry, not sorry moth traps. No, you know what we do? We get the ones on Amazon and we just stick it.
Repack it and put our sorry, not sorry sticker on it. Yeah. So you guys will be glad to know that I have those moth traps all over the store, in sneaky little places, and I check them constantly and never even seen one.
We also have a cedar spray that we've used.
Yeah,
many
we use
times.
a cedar spray on everything.
And Carrie says, or a sorry, not sorry brand of a customized essential oil containing cedar. Yeah. Like we could do a cedar perfume.
We could totally do
and
that.
It kind of is integrated as well. So that could be a note that we consider as cedar.
So yeah, we could totally do that. And you know what? I got one of these gifts for Christmas. You guys have probably seen them already. They're all the rage. It's a lamp that kind of curves up and it's quite low and has a platform on it. And then you put a candle on the platform and the light from the lamp heats up the candle so that you can you can have a candle going without a flame, which is great if you have cats or if you have kids, or if you're someone who's forgetful. Yes. So I was thinking though, that perfume that I got from Sealed with Minsk, I actually have a little cloisonné plate, it's metal. So I was thinking that I could put some drops of that on there and the oil would actually warm.
Yeah.
And
then it would scent.
Yeah. So I'll try that and let you guys know if it works. Because if it does work, that might be a really good way to diffuse the perfume. And then it comes with a timer. But I didn't use the timer. I just bought a little plug, a smart plug.
I also was thinking, for hair oil.
Yeah.
You could just let it sit there.
You could.
And then...
Yeah. I know. Nisha, when she was telling me about this infestation and how the number of times she just broke down and started bawling.
Oh,
it's a lot, right? Because you clean one thing, you're like, okay, I got it. And then she realized, but she had a million things go wrong for her. So she found the moths and she's like, that's fine. I'll start in the closet. I'll get everything done. And then she went downstairs and she couldn't find her cat. Her cat is blind, recently blind. But it smelt a lot like poo. So this is in the midst of cleaning everything. So the cat had wedged itself into a spot and was blind. So couldn't even figure out how to get out of that spot. And so basically diarrhea everywhere.
As a stress response.
Yeah.
Right?
And then wiped it all over the walls and all the things around. So after being upstairs and dealing with all of this moth stuff, she came downstairs, found the cat, and she's like, okay, all right, gonna wash the cat, calls her husband. And he's like, well, if you pick up the cat and wash the cat, I'll clean the walls. So she's like, great, that's what we'll do. So she goes up into the bathroom and she's got the cat in the tub with her and she's like bathing the cat gently because the cat is blind and she doesn't want to traumatize the cat. And then she goes to get a towel for the cat, finds more moths. And that was it. She's like, oh, the closet.
I understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a lot. It was a lot, guys.
And then Corey said, I'm so excited. Galah was my wild card pick.
Yes, you did well, as always.
Corey said she's picking them up tomorrow, maybe tempted to get a few more pieces. Oh, yes. There is I can tell Mira not to clean that all up.
Okay.
So that,
so it's still all set up.
Yeah. And then you can check out the pieces I pulled for it because honestly, like, I didn't do them justice. They are really nice.
Okay, it is late and we started on time. So once again, the name of this color is Nebbia, but I don't have it in a pant.
And Jane asked, what's the number of that cardamom that you gasped at with Galah? Is it the one with gray or the one with more pink?
This was the one that I gasped at. Because you would not have thought that it would be so perfect.
I did.
And it is. It's the right amount of warmth.
It's really nice together.
It's beautiful together. This one is PRG, blink again, 7263.
Blink again.
Blink again.
That was a part of the name of the code. Oh no, kitty cat. I know. And cats get really upset when they're stinky. Well, most do. Yeah, I know he does. Yeah. And when things go wrong and their health is faltering, it's really hard. Yeah.
Oh, wait. And I forgot to tell you the other thing that happened. So Matt went in to move the furniture.
That's her husband, right?
Right. Matt's her husband. And as she was walking to get there so she could be of assistance to him, she stepped on a sewing needle that was literally pointing straight up out of the carpet because she's been making felt, you know how she's been doing those felt things. So one of her needle cases exploded. She thought she got them all, but apparently she missed one. So it went straight up into her foot. Didn't get out through the other side, but was so firmly wedged in the carpet that when she lifted her foot, it was still standing up in the carpet. So she's now screaming. The cat is diarrheaing everywhere. There are moths hovering around. The worst. Oh, and in the midst of all that, they had a blackout. So the day before when she first started cleaning, so she's like cleaning and then everyone's like, look, nothing is going to happen between today and tomorrow. Just relax. In the morning, we'll all start again. So she goes, you're right. That's what I'm going to do. And we had sent her an Uber gift card. So we said, we're not there to help you, but we can get you food. So, because she lives in Ottawa. So she's like, yeah, I'm going to use that Uber gift card and I'm just going to watch like nature television and it's going to be great. As soon as she goes to call for the food, there's a power outage. So no nature television. And then she calls the restaurant and they're like, yeah, we had to shut down. We have no light. It was an Ottawa wide thing that happened. Yeah. So she's like, so I'm sitting there in the dark, starving. Waiting all day for just this moment of calm at the end. And so it didn't happen. And then the next day was all the rest of the crazy. So yeah,
I would have cried too.
Yeah, I would have cried too.
Yeah,
and I told her that cleaning a moth infestation out of your house, just like dealing with lice when you have children and stuff, it's like a barn raising. If you have to do it by yourself, you'll just keep collapsing and crying. You really need to get your whole team in there.
Corralled.
You have to, and you'd be like, okay, guys, we're gonna do this. We got this.
There's a shepherd and the dog for a reason.
Yeah, like you need it. You need it because it's so much and so overwhelming that if you don't have a team with you, it's too daunting.
Poor girl. I know. Together. Poor Nisha.
Yeah. Poor Nishi. But yeah, right down to the nail thing, like the needle in her skin and the cat covered with poop and then going into the closet and finding that it's also infested. Yeah.
I thought this was a really cool combo. Imagine all Nebbia. And actually, Carrie was wondering if you could describe the tones in Nebbia, more gray or taupe or both, question mark?
More gray with very, very slight taupey undertones. But I feel like it's a chameleon color. I can see on the screen it's definitely looking more gray, and in person it's looking more like oatmeal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's very much an oatmeal color. Cooked oatmeal. The lighter part of cooked oatmeal.
Yum. Mm-hmm. If you're hungry.
Oatmeal for a snack after work.
I mean, I haven't had dinner, so let's see what's home.
It was really pretty too.
I did just down an entire Gatorade Sugar Zero berry meal.
That's beautiful together. So this, by the way, is the Huxley tank, if anybody's wondering. I am a size 38C in my bra size, and I wear a medium in the Huxley tank, if that helps, because they're very generously cut. That looks amazing together. I feel like we're now invading on personal time, so I'm going to go faster.
It's so tragic. It's a tad funny.
It really, it's true. It's so tragic that it was funny. This is perfect. Really perfect with this. It's like they were designed with each other in mind.
We seem to have been designed for each other. That's what Mr. Collins says to Elizabeth.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, in that the 1990 something version.
Yeah, you picked some really great colors to go with this.
Cute. I try my best.
Yeah. Listening to Nisha's story, though, it just reminded me of...
Oh, like imagine this with just Nebbia fully.
Oh, yeah. So classy. Yeah, Nebbia is a full underpinning, like the pants and the top together. Perfect for travel. You can wear it with anything. Yeah, so I remember when Nisha was 2 and Henna was just born, or maybe Nisha was 3, and she came home with lice. And I was young, right? I was a young mom, so I would still have been under 30. I would have been just a bit older than you. And
yeah, I think you would have been like 28 or something.
Yeah. And I didn't know what to do. And I was so I felt so violated by having these lice
in your home,
in my home,
especially with who Priya was when she was younger.
Yeah, pretty anal. so yeah, I cleaned everything that, and now looking back, I'm like, she had 3 lice. I could have done less. We moved into the basement for 2 weeks. I knew everything there was to know about the life cycle of a louse. That I'd be telling people at the school when they'd be like, I'm like, yeah, Nisha had lice. Do you know that a louse can last for this long without any food or water? And that's why I was like the geekiest lice mom ever.
You know what? Honestly, it's not surprising because that still, to a certain degree, happens today as well. 1 second.
Me over learning about things in a weak attempt to try to control nature. That's beautiful. Guys, we did it. We got through all of them. I actually prefer it with this.
I love that together.
Yeah. Seriously. Even after these lives, there are pieces here that I'm like, does that want to come home with me? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Ladies, I think we are done. I hope we gave you a nice little respite from the realities of the world, except for moths, of course. We just laid that on you and said, here, deal with this because you don't have enough to worry about.
This is a fair warning.
Yeah. Any comments before we sign off?
Thanks. It's so subtle, lovely, says Carrie. Margaret says, wow, what a crazy perfect for her.
Oh, crazy time for her, probably.
Yeah. I do the same. Thanks. Used to read cereal boxes, says Carol.
Yeah.
Happy weekend. Thank you. And Carrie said, except for moths and lice. LOL.
Yeah, seriously. But it's reality.
Another fun evening.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just get the moth traps. You'll be fine. You'll know if there's something to worry about. You don't have to stress. It's good. You're all good.
Allison said, thank you. Off to look for moth traps. Thank you, ladies. Off to shop on Amazon just in case. Thanks, ladies. Have an awesome weekend. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I added to your troubles, everyone. Shefali started it, though. Please remember that Shefali started it. I would not have brought it up.
Started it.
Yes.
Because she's working very hard at home.
Yeah. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.